Nioma like requirement in Nioma.
Cost of
the
death,
requirement
yeah,
and I made no. If we a law, ye mran semu. The ayatro nipa or wa kwenya or what status be. What you say? Nipa or wa kwenya or bet me abeye sa ade no court wo. Me be sha se akasa. Me ka say answer na asem be asem wo court no. Ye status any ye dey asem.
All right.
So don't misquote.
Okay, so in this case, yes, as part of her status, no, or prove say or certificate show say or yere. It as part of
listen. Yeah, penny for.
Let me conclude the question, please.
Would you
allow me to conclude?
Okay, conclude.
As far as this document that you are showing to us is in public, and definitely the certificate will also come to public. And I'm asking, say, is it part of the document that you were showing? I'll be to me and that evidence also Hannah. If not, you can just say no. I don't have problem with it.
Oh, Debbie, I don't want to talk about that, so we can move to it.
Simple.
Yeah. Adepa, can I say something?
What real question? I'm going to a question, Anna. A question, Patrol.
Yeah, choosing
yes, sir.
O document now will be showing, right? I have the same document on my phone right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. With everything that is attached to it. But there is no certificate. Mami Akosua Serwaa Tatachi to sa we in the
good.
If we in documents no.
Yeah.
It is Mami Akosua Serwaa the marriage certificate can ho. Oh dear, to prove us wrong. Don't show BBI, just show us the title of that certificate. Now you will say this is the marriage certificate and Mami Akosua Serwaa the kind of document no the court.
Men can say you are in a hurry to ask a question for argument.
You don't listen to the person who can say or the marriage certificate can that's what the person.
Storage, will you be quiet? I thought you said that you are very argumenter and I discussion. Obi din obi akasa. Metwa no ye me din nipa na bisa question. Why are you interjecting? If you want people to know the truth, stop the heckling. Let's just go to them. You can't force me to answer something I don't want to answer. Me na me be breaking news. So person proving me wrong with news. I'm be breaking say yen 2K viatinin to abontia. You can bring what you have. I've come to say what
I'm not addressing you. I'm addressing Listo, please.
So, but you were interjecting what I'm saying. You didn't do that when your guy was speaking. The guy you saw.
I did not interject you.
Storage.
Mani show the whole document.
Okay.
Akosua Serwaa marriage certificate bia na me de na me wo no. First na winning
okay.
But me na wo de no de. They de ka Mami Akosua Serwaa marriage certificate.
I brought those
just show us a glimpse of it. Don't show everything. Just show us a glimpse of it.
Listen. When him send me Mamba platform we so am bekan certificate asem. Am bekan document bi anwasem. Me bekan dey see wo court. And I me can requirement I did early. And I me baby say a question. Say so be see our instructions from that Lumba obeti media distributing estate or yeah then wo court. Challenge early. That's the question I brought here with. I never came here with an issue of certificate. I'm very careful when I'm speaking. Miss Nyamin Kasa we wakasa Mamin Kasa. Me building me point who interjected. In Crawford here over 800 people. Mamin Kasa. Listen. Me ba ha man be can certificate asem. Obi na share live ni ma me na me buy about something that was being discussed. And I me buy and I'm be sure say on a meet. In common do baby moon say no, I have to join. And I'm joining. And my baby sa question. There is a particular guy here, Nanka, or you mean near cry precope and I'm a downfall. But wa fan to kwakwan so nti enu ntina maye intimi ye mi enu intimi anjina ending komo because of some issues abesenko and you maybe Akosua. Do you understand? It's me kase, me ba me enya me na me be di certificate won komo. Me ba ye no me be bisa question about requirement I did early. Eno na me beka ye no me bie ye ewo net ne so. Emo bie un say surviving spouse, surviving say. Ena me cancer. Ena me di question so two mu say. Se wo document a wodi ebetiche ejapade. Na say yakoye search ewedum. You see no document of search. Ya search wo Yakra High Court. Ye hu bibia sa say we obi awo in the courts no mo library omo baby obi amfa bibia beto ho. Ye omo bisa lawyer or ye nya omo bita every questions 5 questions in na bi anima court no Accra court ni to me ma answers won. Ena me ka say so me intimi sorry prekope me nye I don't qualify or I don't carry a certain status to go for an early. Now my cause me koji. So I put it in the public domain. Say Mami Akosua Serwaa only status a ye digi sa early na nka on kokot. Ni paso a oni ni nya adwen no. Ono na wa ba o kebiati a anfa. Nyoma bi odi ba be kebiati no. Court and jantum wa to abontin. And that is it. It who asem na wo ka se me kofa certificate embe show kakra embe yese no. And that's not why I came here. And no nyami mejuma. Say open information you can write to the court.
I think say you have made your point. You have made your point. Listen,
how do you know I've made your point?
Okay. Yankwanoma obekasa mesro ni de
question. What bisa question say he has answered it. Me pesa me ka asem to so.
Na mesinya abotre kasa de so omo abeto mo na omo nyina obi apeso won kasa but not for
me pesa me si why. Me pesa me si.
Adepa na ye bia mu bin bisa ye question no chosen ofa ne na twi fi o hawo.
Adepa me pesa me si why.
Obeti question obeti me answer na de na manu.
Now ofa na famous lawyer ni mani issue.
Ofa na wa no me bia ke mami nkatwi I sorry. Me checho na me bisa say. Okay.
No me tell my issue na twi oblanu in lawyer say advice me aken kelaka dumo yiko ye iko. E won small ni man ni no ni leye no. No akeba no yi ohye. E ba fit mo no na me kemie nketuni. Ona Jenny is bendumo no a wona na ba no me tell my issue because I am warning ye ni bi kuma. I mean fe ni bi kuma won sa we onumshi. E wo bio question
well have a quick one. Maybe I'm just asking say you made a comment say your friend is saying obi omo se omo wo the power na omo kuta to me omo de be che deal ejapade no omo na omo buy omo be context early no. But I was asking, say, haven't you thought about it? Say, there could be another way a deal actually Japadi aside the will. Now, up and down.
Yes, there could be other. Oh no, but yeah, Fred big gift. Yeah, on your maybe walk. Obuwa yeah Japadi or to me the show be doing. Otia, tell him sir. Yes. Obi to me yeah Japadi no yeah maybe you see a bansuru miensa osia documentation that's a dinosaur. It will be dimu. I want to be dimu.
And then there's something also called trust. The deed of trust. If anybody while he's alive.
What do you mean? What do you mean? They send be I bet I'm mocking somebody or doing something. Okay. I'm saying, say, there are so many ways to dissipate or to distribute your properties. You can do a property in the name of someone. Ubeti me this can be investment at two bank. Now what the cat abia to say saska way. Sa account we ska be a bemo bia me wua yen fama we. Nobody will be anywhere bit me this
exactly. Thank you. That is all I wanted you to.
And yeah, no
also clear.
Me come yeah. So thank you very much. No. I want to go, please. I want to go. Okay. I'll be down here. Okay.
Adepa chawo de ma Yesu banko wai Michelle Salis mama Yesu
banko na o beta video ana
storage 1 second Adepa baby Ghana do no me pese nkofo bebre nti ase ese obi de ade ko court document or the court dan court no a public document Tis a obi bejina bontia, and as I would say, obi say or the assem court, what me court. I could hear documents of the coy. Many can say, we could a court documenta. Mammy Akosua Serwaa, Mammy Brempoma, Charlene, at the court. Meet me actual documents on what they can, or what they call down court, say, or a letter of administration. I'm saying it here, our platform. Marriage certificate and go. You make a choice on marriage certificate to be on your den and come. The entire about Yabotre.
Okay.
The entire make us a marriage certificate and come. Me be a document natural. Na ya kind bako. Dodoa or the koye. Lawyer Nian and Sasha siye. Kratano bia ni din. E din e woso. Ene nioma e woso. Ade papa bia wiase kono. Yenya se nkrofo betum futura ni agedi, but yenya dance. Se me ka sei, ma me ka nkyere wo se me kofa bibi, me ka kyerɛ se me kyerɛ wo court krata ni din. Time o mo de fa na ye. Enioma o mo de ka ho. Eni baabia da se ma me Akosua Serwaa de aware krata ka ho da. Na di ntra ma me ka se buwe no, ene se me kuta court krata no pepe. Said in a lawyer file ye pepe. Lawyer no
Alex, with the simple or so one casa at the panel casa or marriage certificate or record.
Sorry. I don't know now, yes, sir. Manen casa ye, many panencasa, they may want to meet.
Oh, say, Adepa, the American, a crata me chirawo ama ubia on be dampu bedding, ebenya biahe. Ye can sa, ebema ubi or tear chirate as a menacere. Anopa ya kan Adepa. Na me hwe se obi a okaso ya boagu e de krata bi beba to dwa se krata we na kire se ya boagu Adepa ebe boaye se ya mpa danse ya mfiri nkrofo bi ho a mba betu mfuturo gu nkrofo ani na sebe na nahema nunwa hema e wo ha TikTok nya nkra ne ti o obi a timitie bi nti empanyimfo wo mo di dwa wo mo politician wo mo lawyer fo judge fo ahemfo wo nyina aka ho. This year, Kasema, you say, and you radio be an wireless been the same bias on a casa keke. But ye intellectuals, people with fact, evidence. Into your car, you 2 mirror near Chirisi. Sa never boy. At the part, minim said, make a water me as here. Sembre Bamwa, Mamentanasi. Na me mere document in Enchra was a does say, a bre say, court to say. Mammy Akosua Serwaa bedroom poma Charlene na koye. Omukoye lawyer odi akire koye ni enkrata odi koye nie. Me de kire ona hu bia kina bi ube gina so otum futura. E bia na nipa ne pa ponche penkopa na se bia ope alewa bia. Na ohu se alewa ti na nipa bi di akire. But ye kire no kore no ba bia da. Na obi ahu no se de esitie. Nti se we ready a me bi document no e bi ye
alewa nti a ye nyina no kre na na prepare be se Alex okay you ready we say
Alex, let me give you the preamble not build from there. We've been a share live no man, but I think that the part when some of the lawyers come momun koti law a back your argument. When we are talking of caveat, it's pursuant to Order 66 Rule 11, Sub Rule 4. Until we ba no amene continue amene ready. When they make your mischief, the moment I obey evoke caveat no, it automatically operates as an injunction for 3 months. Until we catch say I took caveat to go. No name Order 66 Rule 11, Sub Rule 4 of CI 47. The 3 months next one. Opa, obeko for renewal.
The all canon kabetimi akan ankyere yanke
me Order 66
Mr. Mepamba to ha no betimi akan ankyere ya wadam.
Order 66 Rule 11 of CI 47. Nti obi beka say ya to odobroni caveat egua na on tem ranase. Number 2, pursuant to Article 11, when a superior court gives an order, it overrides anything unless an appeal court overturn it by an appeal order. Not even a notice of appeal or an appeal proper can override that. In the Ghana law, no, Emra eye adwuma the orders of my lady Justice Dorinda. I will say odo broni ni Akosua Serwaa yere. Ukita certificate bia it is inferior. It cannot stand the test of time in court. Into these two things and person be clear. So when the lawyers come out, tell them to quote the orders, tell them to quote where they are getting their powers from in terms of conversation. As India to call High Court is the CI 47, which is being used to adjudicate mostly. Into caveat 177, our order 66, rule 11. Baby, I cannot pass it operate or say it shall be enforced for 3 months. So the moment obey caveat, it stops everything. And until I check it time, I caveat never any time. 3 months they don't pay. 3 months no so. Nasa wo share na so person renewal. Then you make an argument. So one person be renew so it automatically goes off. Intena na person me babeka na ye hu say ye quote mra na mama indicate Ghanaians wrongly. A person na ye na legal profession mu no na ya na higher. So when the lawyers come, tell them to quote where they are getting their source from. And you go. And you see CI-47 when the caveat no. So Alex, you can build on that and make the argument.
Prestige, medase says prestige when him say your bon common ade. Prestige, na ishia sana say your follow na na me pese me kan yoma bebredi abom. Na say prestige aboso a menya adaje na mafa kakra. The okana no kre 20004 CI 47. Na order ni din order 66 rule no rule 11 ene kasafa caveat probate ene ne letter of administration so obi tu ho na mawa ene omoka ho asem na obi bebisa se CI 47 rule 11 ekasen ebisa se why ne betimi afile caveat sa caveat no ndipo betimi afile when it comes to that no obi a owo interest ewo estate ajapade na ebe chenu mu no ebitima ne yere ebitima ne ba ebitima ye abusuani bi beneficiary ana obi mpo adad lumba na obi de ne ka ana se obi another lumba tiase no one ne wo ade bi a ebia adwuma bi ana contract bi sani pa na betima file bi because that lumba tiase no or that interest. 2 obi bi sa se na ebre ben kro na obitima file sa caveat no a lawyer for no ba ese mo kire ma yete ase na ya na me pese nsem nka bom bebra na e bebre but ofa na baako na wa kire nti sebe ye hie no ma memfa baako sa caveat no obetimi afile time a omo ye letters of administration no obetimi akofile se obi nko file letter of administration to ho caveat no se nipa npa file letter of administration na also wo ho kwan emrama wo kwan a betima ko file entity o that lumba nsem yi odobronyi kura de ni caveat no the order koto so no se yenyi asem no free kuma asem famra akra odobronyi emfa officially ayin konkoto se opese obeye part of the administrators yentine ha part of administrators ne say opese ono so be chane yoma ni bidabi. But odobronyi nim say that lumba jai enhyehyeye ene akwan enfa so nche na japade nti won bre ho na tiemi ye that lumba ba Denise akofale caveat Calvin afale caveat no ene ya me no kasa abusu panyin kura da sore a me pia roma abusu panyin ene me da sore na me abusu panyin kasa ebia yeso yakofale caveat jesu betima akofale caveat sa so no odobronyi emma omo maka ofie ene omo nyina da so dom ka se omo be se omo ko file caveat a emra biansi omo kwan a omo be ko akọ file caveat atoso san chirechiri ye maganafo ene amansan ehunu sa nipa no se oya abrantia na babawa akora mfile because Ghana mremu no akora dependent nti ne maame anase obi a ohwe no ene be gina court e de amana na se nipa na nya 18 years a sa nipa no etimi file nti that lumba ma no omo manya 18 years e baby bia betimi akọ file on their own na me ka asem we akirikire mu sei sa caveat no a ye ka ho asem no procedure di ka ho asem e 3 months 3 months ni twam a otimi renew This will be better one thing I say. Now more time 3 months pe. And then some of the file here. No correct, but no correct. No correct. Say 3 months no expire. Who after 3 months no, utimi ko renew a file a caveat editor so. We ye nimdia as ye the man crofo. Again, sa under rule 11 no. 7 clause 7 a woman no. E chere say register no. Intimi nkase wasili na omma obi amfa caveat emeto so. Nti eno ntino yenya abotre ne yente nneoma biase. Saa nkyerɛkyerɛ mu yi kakra na metimi de ama Ghana fo. Nti yente ase sɛ caveat wo de to so 3 months expire. Utimi san ko renew esa de foforo kura to so. Na masa kyerɛ mu mo betimi aye saa nneoma ne nyinaa de bi aka ho. Ma kyerɛ no awie. Afei ma me nkɔ asɛm na meka na nkasa so. Adepa a platform can be a benefit and it can be a point of disaster for people. Adentia. Benefit and say obi be jira no kasa manipa ne nkyere otumira won kyere sie. Ebe boa ma intellectual discourse ebe se ye no. Gofo be hu de ekoso. Enye sa ne obi da so no be ka se o ya to agu na ye nyina ya to agu. Nye concept party ne no koto. Koto no ye camera. Ti be bia mra ne da no. Wo ko so TikTok a se be camera no wanya wa so ene wo phone. Se wuntimi ntwa videos a ene bia wada roma. Tumuna kodae. Now the sense we be to no ma na fe de akwakoye se sebe wako school na sebe na woni matchro na ne sebe nkrofo bi sase ne crash ni a watwea de a ye ka se three statement na bibi na obi sase mon friend headmaster mama na we de me hiamwa ye nya ne sa nti adepa eno na meka no for now so we are ready a maka me tu mira me kire osie me de document a o me de call ye no e be kire na metro document mako mo de koye da mo de koye aware krata enka ho maami Akosua Serwaa aware krata enka ho obi be bisa say capacity maami Akosua Serwaa ko ne se ono nkwa yere da bi ono ankasa kura ko ka kire court ne se dead Lumba yere no ye mienu obo odobronyi din ehyemu bi se o dead Lumba yere maami mi sawo maami Akosua Serwaa ko odobronyi wa ko kasa ene na ko kasa wabona manie se o ko fale ele wone na susu ho so mfa ne din ponka ho na sebe woni obi ba ye yi na wode ne din ko shed kratam a wonya awe a enyenye ne sa nti mesre se yenka ne yie na e masomdwe bre nyina pa asomdwe but ye ntimi mfa atro sei mehyehyɛ ne yoma mu en confuse Ghana fo tade pa ma menya botre na obi o question bia
me pa chomo question
Mr.
Alex
say Sarah nyaboche. So Alex ka wutimi show we na said you na kana na eno na nke bia later on.
Wetimi a show na no be the last one me show me ko second show bia wo mu bia no na obi ehun because me sua de e kira de wa.
Okay. Sir Alex, who show no no show caveat no so dobro ni de call ye no. So betima me nya copy a. Eno so ka be boa ye nyina na ehu asem ni so yie.
Who say obi na begina ha ka so on e blue sal news no. Nti na me expect say nko ba yens any senka o man ko na senka obi san say be man na krata ka ho
no kai wo na see caveat unim de odobro ni de call ye nti so betima man na ya available ama ye hunu what she went to request for her the nti odi caveat de koto so anka ye na ye wo doubt no e be clear doubt kakra
odobro ni lawyers no so medical ka mekana earlier say so mo ma kwanya say me release document na me den me release but de no mpese amansa nyina ntene say odobronyi ko ka se yenyi asem no free Kumase emfamra Accra eno na court ne se da bi yenka no Kumase nti eno na for now metimi dia todwa but omo
ya wo ka no so me doubt kakra because caveat ne ko akoto no do breaking news no was say the otherwise because that issue when me follow pa what can be can more
Sarah Pacho wadama.
Yeah.
Unse a question na sisi a oje, right? Ena de wo kanyina ye nyina no, me a memete hey. Masoma ye me hey.
Exactly.
We be ba pachomba. We can ne die. We can ne die. Ye empire ye bo ane se enka ye benya bibia can say from wherever team I be free aba say ne ye omo de ba ye say asem ni nanka e bia enka evidence etechi ana say e bia omo say de bibia sense ye no nanka e bia omo so de omo evidence aba again afane mienu nyina obi a kire ne nsemu a questions na me bebisa de omo fi se omo susu se omo na omo lawyers akasa omo betimi hoho kwan se omo betimi di amaye no na omo betimi di amaye ti se de yesu ba ya na me pese nkofo be force no se kinchina onye de wontimi nye no ona won pese obeye no the same thing Alex wo hay ofiri ni pemu na obeka so okay o kire se bia se ni se osusu se ne lawyer ene na kasa se ade bi wontimi pa abontia there's nothing that e betimi aye twen ha na be ya atwen honhom na yaye dey ya no nsu na ye dey atwen ope enti no yenya abotere ema afane mienu nyina de meka no so Alex mpacho to aso
enti me be chere document no say question bi ani ho a na
Alex Pachon, person may bisa question, and I may bisa just for learning purposes. Caveat na ye kan wasem no. Is there anything na ewo caveat mu that cannot be disclosed? Because from a layman's point of view, no, meaning say caveat is simply say what they to say what the restriction to asem be a work court to say ye koyenim. And caveat can be placed on anything. Ebetimi dey to be aware so. Ebetimi dey to asase so. Ebetimi dey to be auto property so. Ebetimi dey to be a open letter of administration so. I don't know if so Betty church ma say be
my main for one word, my main for one supplement in count. One of the supplementary things obi fali caveat obeti media ka ho no kra say eh bia na nipa no kra wa wu no oja nipa na ho oye caveat oja na well.
Yes
Eh bia no
no so we storage we there we all have the information say will no so wuja will la ukoja anasa wo de koto emra bia see the be accessible at least 14 days after nipa na wu. But in this case, the evidence
it's not always the case.
No, that is not always the case. For a will, it is mandatory. But if it is any other thing like trust and say BBD, any panel betimi say it can come out a year after me and so no betimi time away because I don't know why that. And a will cannot come and challenge trust and I say BB. Say nipa ni ja trust that thing the only thing I will betimi ama kwan say yenche. Adie bi a one fanka trust one outside the trust. Anything that is outside the trust. Until let's assume say Tantra Hills dying deal and fan mo bia as trust. Until and no anybody can contend. Na abaye interstate because you see another we have the fan say Naya agree say deal died interstate. Interstate does not mean say he didn't make provision of how his properties and I say Ninyama should be shared and I say how who should manage and all that. No, it just means to say whatever na nketi so do koto emrabia na obiatimi access say dia wejanie a wanye japad wachiche and I say or chiche nie no. He didn't do that. So it means that he died interstate. Until now no say interstate there the only thing na there one of the reasons I cry me for and say I don't think said this matter no it's not something that is so humongous be like yafana gidi caveat say na a deep solution be ba the fact so be apply for LA does not mean said the LA has been granted and even the LA is granted and I'm glad Sir Chosin Yesuba took his time to explain today in the right direction. Maybe I'm not here to say way. Once the person is for the truth, I'm for it. The fact that he explained the say Bempane bisa na question they say can say ye granting ma Akosua Serwaa letter of administration na or child will na obema odobroni bi. It's not even a question. That one, it is the law has specifically stated divided which percentage goes to who according to the law. The only problem I had with him was say, or can say, Edmami Akosua Serwaa anjantum jadorinda judge now the and verdict no my say omutu ni na aye yirinti omunko no omunko yekuna no ono Mami Akosua Serwaa wanjantum say odo ye odobroni ye yire. So then, yes, she's contesting that, and she's still standing by the fact to say she is the only eligible wife of the late DL. It's me, I wish to say that's why I'm asking about the caveat. That's the amount of
I think say okasa kra na no dey say that is why India
I know that doesn't really you're right.
it doesn't really affect it.
Yes.
I don't think it's affecting it because so on the park.
Mame bremo wa say. Say ye obi ko file letter of administration na. Yemfa Mami Akosua Serwaa di any example. There are so many questions about it. One, Mami Akosua Serwaa te here ankasa. Ni address in Ghana or Germany. Ni address in Ghana or Germany. Two, oko file no. Or say abusua panyini for a corner parkoso. Robert Jemfi. Mibisa mo hawo parkoso a corner abusua panyini hwan. Odo se woni mo abetuma tapo wase onam type wase onam. Enya me na meka wo. Ye yenim ene de watwere. Yete ya no mo se mo kotu abusua panyini. Ofa ya opoku nam ne baabi. Omakotu no. Omo anim se onya abusua panyini. Nti court bebi sana. Na mimi se wo. Abusua panyini no da be no be abusua panyini. Yede na kono fake wanim. Sebe council traditional council na se wo munim no. Oye brimpon abusua panyini akonwa. Brimpon abusua panyini ne yeka ho asem. Na mimi se wotumfo nim no. Sebe yewra ebo di akasem. Odama. Entesa. Two. Ono ankasa chro ele numu. Se maame brimpon ma Akosua ene ye dia dini. Mibisa wo. Dat Lumba dia dini uni mampa chro ni din wase hoy. Enya mama. Afezu kra de enko danso ya bete se omo se ordinary certificate kra ka ho. Aba. Mze ye ya dia. Ye ma nokre. Enadi kakra. Ye ma nokre enadi. Omo san be kan omo se maami Akosua se wanko ane yire. Na mibisa wo ono ana de asem no court. Ono ana akwa ma ya behunu se ampa ayire no yemienu. Na mbisa de na wanfanka ho. Achire na ono ansa akọ kachira court se wo efa na niso kakra. Na maami odobronyi ye yire. Na ochire njinsa de shemu. Enye keke wo osan so odi nsie. Na wudi nsie mibisa wo maami odobronyi wabona mani mpo se file ele. We nyina ye questions a yebisa. Sabe maami brempom ma be ka se odobronyi na se bidad Lumba wo fie. Ele no wono so akodi nsie. Se maami brempom ma ewu ayi dad Lumba wu. E bank hospital. Nti sa questions we nyina ndo wunyi ni se du court ai bebisa mo sanse boy. Nti yanko no ho asem kra no obi akoka se ye ka asem na maami Akosua Serwaa enya case na obecha japade aba. Yenya na sa. Yenya botre na court no. Maami odobronyi kwa nyanko fale nka se odini din be ka ho as obi oba becha japade no bi. Caveat no wa fale se yenye se nti emi ho se mesre. Ye ma nokre na nyesa omu confuse omu tumfu nkrofo bibire ni ye ni ho adache. Court de waka ena ye be ka ho ase. Maami nka interstate kakra. Interstate no obi a wanya wo no ye omu miensa. One, de wanya wela wawu agya na yere ne ma ne maame ne papa ne busuafo. Eno court se ye cha. E ma no benya 18.75%. E ma no benya 56.25%. Ena ne maame no benya 12.5%. Ena ono ankasa na extended family benya 12.5%. After the second one de wawu a ne yere tiase but onimma. Ono ne de no ne yere no nko a otiase na mse ba bia nka na hono no nya 50%. Ansa na akone maame no motiase na ne papa ombenya 25%. Ansa na busua anya 25%. Na the last part de wawu a waja ma a ayere no enka ho. Eno so percentage ne ni. Ne ma no benya 75%. Ne maame ne papa no benya 12.5%. Na busua na nya 12.5%. Minim se say na metimi a kire mufo.
Ade pampacho more question person bizo. Meet me bizo.
For say I think they say nyako manem bra back. So
Okay.
for so one tap on mama what the lights new shop Mr. Mon power tap on mama.
Aha, enti adepa, de ma kyerɛ mu kakra yi no. Ɛno ɛne sɛ de Messi akyerɛ mu for now. Enti afede yɛnkɔ adanse na ankasa so. Meka no bi mu afide so. Nji ntumba bia sɛ obi Mami Akosua Serwaa de ne marriage na me say together call court go wanya bi amfama. First one, ye call injunction de na mubua 28th ayi. Wanya bi ama. And a second one, ye call November 28th. Ɛno nso so ɛwɔ ayi, ɛno so wanya bi ama. Nti ɛyɛ me nwanwa. Say enkrofo ka ne say. But ɛyɛ court de say opese no ho na wo sira na opese twa oketrema wi a. Utwa oketrema wi a wo na woni ketrema bi but obɛ ne den. Yɛmfa ne saa wada Roma. Nti ya haka kra na metimi akyere mase.
Me patro me one question. Hello.
Yes. Bisa.
Me patro me first question is say me body 1 minute na e kan sembi. Asa no ka me ne ya adwene. Caveat is like an injunction to the koto ade so a. The reason we want to see the reason for the caveat and why it was filed. And then yeah, one thing, and then no yenina no, yebenya a rechiche. And now one thing about the yedini ye busuya penny, the yedini ye where I think it's in the hands of the judge to decide on that one. Sana me madre ya me because judge na what no. I saw no share document ni I then couldn't no making that decision. But caveat no, ye who caveat na. I think the bema ye argument na ye solid. Ye bet me with ye yeka. Because ye who letter of administration or the koto no. It is ye to me who the caveat no so it will be fantastic. Ni taking the argument from there. Now the obi ni marriage certificate obi me to me no ho me share ho. Because I'm convinced what the marriage certificate ni ba call to ho. But
my main correcting me. What I said, what I meant was that caveat, caveat. Into there, we don't even need to know the context of the caveat. It is that's how I'm going to say it. The context.
Please finish up. Sorry, finish up.
Yes. So the context of the caveat itself defines what whatever you are applying for no is. You know, whether we know the context or not, no, it is a caveat that has been placed on proceeding with legalities concerning the matter in the court. So court not to more one to more, it does not conclude the case. It's mean and make us say I'm not seeing the best position way and I say baby a progress way in the case not as bibia so we be and then I feel like we can all exercise decorum in giving out our submission. Adepa, there is somebody will comment section ho. Your friend no I don't know. I think it's nipa nefri ha. From time I may join in, the person is constantly insulting. And such words, they are not healthy because see, we will have life after this matter.
Now, how do you ignore comment section? Now they don't worry.
No, because she's the only platform we get submissions from both sides. The few people
your friend is saying,
Steam Blackstar.
Okay, I'll
Team Blackstar. What did you tell us? Yetimi Baha, yes. RGH Yetimi Tuguno so, we Yetimi Tuguno so, but and some be one insults.
Okay, I see her. Okay.
Here. It's me patrol. That's just what I wanted to say. Until they miss it from now for why?
All right.
I think Sadepa, my name was called and about a question I asked. And Sadepa, this was the context of the question. Somebody, Yesuba here, was questioning the wife for the status of Odobroni in court. And so my question was that if Mama Akosua Serwaa gets the right to whether share, distribute, transfer, whatever it is, whatever term you give it, the properties of DL, what will be the status of Odobroni in the sharing of the properties? If it will be a wife, then nothing else matters. And as it stands now, if the properties, if Mami Akosua Serwaa, the LA now, if somebody else comes and is sharing the properties, Odoboni's status is a wife. And so the whole conversation of whether Mami Serwaa ejitum say Odoboni or no the ejitum wanjantum or chronike, all these things doesn't matter. It defiles any intellectual argument, because in any case, so we'll say Onye Yerena say you are disputing her as a wife. You wait and go and challenge it in an appeal court until you challenge it for the appeals court to make a different decision. The woman is a wife. Again, Adepa, this is the point where I was trying to say that you didn't allow me, because the whole point is that Yesuba is saying that Mami Akosua Serwaa engine to Odoboni. Now let's look at the options of Mami Akosua Serwaa when they filed a caveat. Adepa, when we file a caveat, Obiantia say, and by force say, you file a caveat now, go and amend your affidavit and come and address the caveat. You can choose to defend your position that no, if I'm saying that I'm a son of Daddy Lumba and I file a caveat right now, do you think that they will go and amend their appeal and add me as a son? Or if anybody here, Adepa, you file as a wife of Daddy Lumba, do you think that they will go and amend theirs and come and say that Adepa is a wife of Daddy Lumba? So there is a reason why they went to amend it. And amending it, Mami Akosua Serwaa and the lawyers were the ones who amended it. And so whether they amended it because they were forced or they amended it because they knew and they admit and they accept that Odoboni is a wife. Whether there is Jesus Christ in heaven who approved it and whatever it is, they decided that they will not challenge the caveat. They decided that they will not leave the affidavit like that, and they will do the right thing by accepting and admitting that Odoboni was a wife. And so that was the direction my question was going to. But anyway, Yesuba never answers my question, so I'm not surprised. And I mean, I'm even grateful that he answered one. So thank you, Adepa.
Mr. Bempa, dear Mr. Bempa, Mr. Bempa, you see, when say what you have explained, say, because the Odoboni was not listed as a wife, and the court says she's a wife, I agree. And they had to go back and amend that. But you see, Alex is saying something different. Say, caveats no more the court no. Or man can say Odoboni only want to put a caveat, say, it should be, the location should be changed. Or no, the end was just location, which is not the truth. That is why it will be hard for me to accept something that Mr. Alex is saying. I'm sorry, but I mean...
No, I think you are missing 2 points. You are missing 2 points. Alex and I are actually on different tangents. Mine doesn't relate to what Alex said. Mami Akosua Serwaa, Odoboni's appeal, the point was that
I am just addressing Alex at the end.
But okay, Mama, okay. Alex say, caveat no, and no news nearby say yabo Odoboni caveat atuoguno. And old Jina so say, enya no cre. The entire was say enya no cre and say, and no mama a few reasons. Be say wa unko impose or kwa kaho or say. Or no so your year, maybe sir Alex, but wait me to clarify.
Also, a person changing location. No, no call. What was the verdict? What was the verdict?
Madam, I think the first one I say, caveat or the coin, there has been a judgment about Monday. What was the judgment? What is you understand where it's going?
Say mpacho me answer question no. Mami bisa a friend says not just ade omotena so a court do ruling aba ana.
Yes, on the jurisdiction as omo cancel no. I say obi anya accident na onya accident no e work tema. Na as a police for call no mo call accident na car no mo church reform. Na oti Accra headquarters say wo de anya hwe yemfa pen na de yen church say de city lawyer ne say yenko bebia accident ne see ye na yenko hunu say car no na ebo nsan ho atwin break from what they saying and no na judge ne de judgment aba say there be yentena court ho an yenka
okay it's not just say meba okay mba okay so wo pe wo explanation no case be ankasa no motena so Monday no
case na the omotena so yes jurisdiction na eso mokoka eli no eso mo de ba Accra because per the eli no se nipa no baby obewu no ho na ye file early de make what ya say nti no na judge na ba se da bi ye be ka asem no ha na de pa se wo ka se yin free krom hankop kro foforo so as na be sha asem je se ye ka kura ye ka wo so first location ye determine say I say ko ka fi asem no be se ye nkwa de pa fie as a platform obi se ye nkwa ra obi se ye nkwa de pa ho obi se ye nkwa check ho ana yin nyina ati asese na sa dia ye nkwa ra ho ana ye nkwa de pa ho ye be ko ra ho decision afin you could draw near bed cancer na chirimu. That what was decided on Monday.
Okay. Right.
Adepa, I have a question.
Mama Pacho, what the selection so and a chim. So she
Let's move forward.
Adepa, Pacho, my question.
Location you home along the assembly and a could be say Bakose on Pessy a betana Kansi Kumasi High Court no Macasam Nimumian Fambra crack and a Bacoso de Chinchana ye or Pessy Yentina Kumasi. Inti even though you can't say yes, better now we say if an answer argument in a ye Kumasi Akrano and na Yaka Wasem. According to Alex,
sorry, D. Adepa, I stand to differ. Because maybe you're very objective in my thought. Me kai time on the caveat and so it was somewhere December. And now Nipane ba ye be kan say oh mo ko fa chira kwa yeso the caveat akoto so. I wanna me tell ye. I stand to differ say it wasn't just location no ko discussing on Monday. It was more than that. It is one person I'm convincing ya. Move for the whole quarter, because judge will never sit on just location on the whole day.
And on ananka me baby sir Alex say.
Yeah, there is more to it.
Maybe I am Pacha Sarah. Bisa Alex, Monday dear no. Verdict a verdict e
Yes, Adepa earlier no se me catch say. Sa location emrano pemrano. Baby obi wu no e hotness on file early. Enti judge ne tenase no so we say di asem no se ye be ka koye ne ma caveat ne nyoma adeda so no ye be decide say ye be ka asem no o Kumasi na se ye ka no Kumasi de ne me bo we na gu say odobronyi lawyer ne be ka asem ke yin asem no enfam free Kumasi emrakra enno ho typical example eye de na no isi wa busuapanyi case no abusuapanyi file say mo nye celebration of life no that time aso so me celebration of life inti 25th no judge na the verdict e bae verdict o de bae ne say celebration on baba ye no on ma kwan mo nye sa celebration e 10 pages document o ma kwan say yen release me release ye.
Okay.
They make a what you say. But say no.
Say no. Verdict or by nyamba public.
Who's a mechanic earlier say? Lawyers no. Yes, lawyers no my kwan. Say am fanya den. En tuja. En nti na de be make say obi ek asemba na wo kan. Na o legal team na say that's what court.
Me pe say either team ni nyina either say Odobroni team and na say ba Akosua team. Omu ba akọ ebetimi make verdict na accessible and say available said so that
judgment never before verdict into court Monday no adese judge ne tenase no sha se so trotro ene na be verdict na ye de ba abonten mu bia kan bi it's too early into sa na mani nyina ba into you come I'm just making
like you are saying judgment by before verdict into judgment no what was it
judgment no ka ho asem na ye dispute na
explanation is too vague. Yes,
here's the case say there has been judgment on Monday. Judgment no we Canada but in case me who verdict na ye mu bi ne ye ba petena na ya kan hu say okay truly we mu na e kan no kwa na say we mu na e kan no kwa what you say until then the judgment na ba all right but obi e Canada what you say
okay
Yesu ba e wo hanam on record obobo ne telephone number de ma wo say osi fompe or the court edit to Gabema, but your can wanka.
Waka.
It is a say no. ye ni any option bi ase ye twen Yesu ba de mo gina so se koto abagu no am wa kenkam ye tie nyesa
Nyame ya doma.
maybe on record maybe say because me do be kasa mti
That's what the ba me.
and I'm say
Or they are sending the poll. Or they are ready here. Or they are sending on
the telephone number or platform is to say okra judgment na about no it would best send you now what making available to anybody who want to read yes I no kind
Sa no kind o say what the ba me nti no
that's a point say so obi wa hanom next one susu say when your judgment ni bia ye man akwenya so no pon kenkan me hu sampa ya bo bibia to agu. Now let me go to my question. Silas, say ye hu amendment ewo ye elenum. First of all, the first amendment he say Mama Akosua Serwaa kwe as wife pe. Emma, there was an interjection on what out on the 22nd, what is 12th January.
When you call Alex and you call.
Okay, well, me be say be no be crowd bit mama. So on the 12th of January letter na or central call for amendment, and no include Odobroni as wife ekano. Now my question is, in that letter, the name no a surviving a child na Charlene on record so no Yesuba Emi who say Charlene Babe contested ni status say due to one or two reasons be on go to hano inti on person or no bishim me person me bisa say has there been any other amendment again and as at now no the same name ne gusushimana. That's my question. I'm busy Yesuba. If Alex is here and he can answer, I'll be very grateful. Or any other person I'll wait me answer no so that mean who any other amendment and I say the same amendment na Charlene din woman na ye can one same here for letters of administration ana. That's my question.
Okay, question. I think say we are dating. I just say na mu ne be answer until the number or thing so on your call.
Because Adepa, the entire BBC say some of us
until then I think say whilst we are waiting now.
Adepa, let me run commentary on that question. Like we are all trying.
Nanko bi so I think say Bempa ka so submission. Bempa in submission.
Oh yeah, obey the submission. But question na me person me making it clear for I say as we are all learning, at a point in time, Mama Akosua Serwaa went there for letters of administration on her own. Yen nuaba is here kasan say at a point in time what say synchrofo ka say koye kode akwakoye early. Iti obi prompto no. Emma at a point in time was in second one control letter for a amendment of the same early. With the same name where Charlene now at a point in time Charlene still picking it lawyers. Eba say she want to be out of this early issue. On record, Yesu Bakra can once more. And my point is, has that LA been amended again? And I say still now the same Charlene Nana Mama Akosua Serwaa letter of administration egusuom as surviving son daughter and I say child Nana. Say ya say amendment be mo then Yesu and then finally Yesu on record also say our judgment
I think so okay. Set Charlene Carr say you need the free so yes.
So has there been any amendment again? Yeah, free so let us read it saying which one is the current one?
The okay and say the okay and say and for ki say ye Charlene dey free so but documents now the chair two documents and it that's also which means that Charlene dey now okay people are telling a lie. Charlene and kasi ye need dey free so that's what he's trying to say.
So in this case,
I'm running commentary now.
It is Charlene
the same thing now.
Into Oba court no. Say or did lawyer buy suppose in the film no. And to give it na.
It's also the more part channel the anti effect there.
Hey. We have a long way to go.
I can't say my submission why. Sorry, now so submission we have so cannot infantry Alex.
The penny dey kwan so a Mr. Wa number now so kan how the verdict never baba because I say yin na keke bibu. Eni mama. Yin na
wabubo the telephone number number no there two also the verdict At the point, I could take me. Nina, so
You say, Mama said the Alex say can you vague?
On King Kama,
Or say the Alex say can you vague? You could turn a crown choir, Yesuba, into
Yes,
storage.
you can't just address just one piece of the whole caveat. You just address it into the end.
We have a stand, and our stand is Obia can be a vague. Yes, bank one or so on a credit. One for the number, the palm high man on fan sending. Yambazad, or I could not platform so I got the palm high into one sending into the Paja.
Because I told them go bar or Mokasane said they are coming to us a day next will be no more.
Trust me, Mama, and running, I'm confused as you are. I'm confused as you are. I'm confused. And the Krena is Serwaa. And yes, by the time I'll be who know now, we did that FYP said one more higher man. One more higher man and
Share Adepa. Monday no to na me say, and a Monday or early Tuesday, and I'm say yes to buy a video. Like why ya to YouTube say, their course work out no one cash you. Or say their course work out, I didn't tina Timo Dobroni for Makama no to Madam Amon Farmer. What challenges are then a more from Uncle Yama with the Makuma no to. So see, I didn't buy a mafas who damage control say a location. I didn't miss so from one it's been ongoing battle Akosua. Yes, a court no chromososan. No, high court to say properties need also. They have been an amendment of amendments and they get you to where they are on Monday, no. From what I gathered, no, from wherever I listened to, no. Now all of a sudden, no, I didn't know only one piece of free say, no, judge, and so the judge will just sit down. Location penalty to open.
Yes,
I'm trying to
address one. I don't know who bet media manipulating and assessing.
Sarah, a person can come in your sauce. Yes, you can.
Or no mecania, the honor so by ya was say, there be no say, I available.
Yes, but I didn't know.
On the more Alex is
yes, but the best I was one on my the difference that
yes, but I better
what best I was a good. And obviously a catro.
The main function is some damage control na mo yen and
you know it doesn't make sense. That is quiet.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Seeing is believing. Reading.
Seeing what is believing. What did
you read? Then you believe. You don't listen to believe. You read to believe.
And no storage is so
you got read to believe, man. We are waiting for the documents to read.
You need to convince me further.
We want to read. We don't want to listen.
Mr.
At least
yes, opening the first person with many documents. Or no documents so far.
No, Baba cherry picking or no so the documents.
Yes, what is he reading from? Or no crano or the chair or in Subana and getting us to making kind. Ye pancho was on to me.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's not available.
One of the things that one of the falsehoods that I want us to all understand, say it cannot be correct and it is not correct, is that the caveat, whatever it is, whether it was blown away, fried away, if it's shredded away, whatever it is, was not on the condition that whatever it was not on the condition that Odobroni is not a wife. See, some of these matters.
No, that one
let's
I
understand.
don't believe
People,
I don't.
That's what he's saying. Yes, but says on the condition. So the status. They said the status is what they are challenging. I know,
say she did not. There was some proof. Yeah, she did not file a friend.
Yes.
So is it based on the status?
Certain proof. I mean, yeah, but not the status. No.
That's why the judgment.
Under judgment has already come out.
Yes, that is what he said.
He said it's a status. That's what
See,
he
the
said here.
status of Odobroni is the wife is being questioned, and that is why
That's
I
what
was
he
really
said.
at the end of the question.
And say
And the end of the
Amadi
time,
also
no, me mad, but
yes,
I would say
yes,
One specify
I
one
said you
sorry
Oh,
me
Adepa,
sorry one specify hono oye no say
Adepa, so are you saying that I didn't hear it correct?
Adepa, mitiebu.
Baby o ma o cheche mu say me na na
I didn't record you.
this is the question if I'm much me bala oh I know what he said and I've also recorded it please but what I'm trying to say is say enye o kan say Odobroni ne status no ana say no wo ka friend say no ye question me bisa no what I say me bisa na say ma me Akosua Serwaa or the friend say ne civil marriage in ne call ya na ho no mum no kan nti do that na me bisa and say okay so does it mean say Odobroni or the Mama Akosua the civil marriage accord there does it mean say or no so no or the customary marriage ne call ya na and no say onti be honey the on person be kan ho asem what you say into one shut down specific from you need to also call Google or yes or be call Google not and nema
the marital status of Odobroni was repeated multiple times.
Emphatically, that
or say the status of marriage, you know,
status.
Adepa, also platform way so no. Your friend be selective hearing. If you selected your best or you.
Sister.
But Sarah can say
Obia can status one
Sarah, it was one thing. It was one thing.
One shut down specify.
Or specify Odobroni based on the status.
I wrote it down. I wrote it.
I don't know that by a try now because I throw. I have it here.
Any be a status, no, I'm one say because I know.
No, my sister.
What was the status of Odobroni?
Or say caveat, or in fact, already say the only people who can file a caveat is a wife, children, and other people. And or say so even if her caveat has been thrown out, what does it mean? Because if one wife has been accepted and the other hasn't been accepted, I wrote all those ones down.
I have it here, my brother. I have it on my diary here.
Which son or Canada is wrong. But
yes, he said it. In fact, I even see.
Because I know the see any say.
So
her status is defined.
He never said that.
Thank you.
He never said that. But you can decide to do what I want to do.
Mama, listen to his words. His words are like on person be pon krani die mu kura bebre because die no or di bebem. He said here.
Or see DNA cry is pending. DNA.
Seriously? Okaza?
No can you
education never me education never me
Sarah ni IG did she say that?
Me pacho mantino mantino baby for.
In fact, or say the status of even one of the children it will be challenged.
No, yeah, Mr. Bempa Martino by for say, Baku Oba no akofale ya Berman is on.
He is a father of all this propagation.
And yes, Berman and yet daddy Lumba by now there is I'll show you DNA, I shall say a baby, my Casababa. Maybe a prophetess who you make a be a them.
My sister, I don't
I
don't think say or go into it. So I mean the hotel platform for so I work on. I don't think say so don't say it here because used to bank asano wa nkumuye what am I say ha wa nkumuye so me person
But send your way to me. Okay, all right.
Yes, uba say Alex no yes money ne platform back so nti na Alex by or drop in to see Alex I drop into fire suba na on be ready at the end chair. Why? Say drop me.
Baby on so the number. Yes, but yes,
Na
but
Alex ni say Alex was my baba.
Under the Ghanaian law, the substantive right of a person, right? It does not operate in a vacuum. It won't mean say, oh papa, and I say, ubi ade ya odia, somebody's infringing on your rights. You know, you will know if you don't go through the process, your application will be thrown out. It doesn't mean that the right you are not the rightful owner. It doesn't mean that the law doesn't protect you. There are procedural issues. Until let's just assume, say, what Yesuba is saying, say, friends or your wife and common to something. It is hollow. It doesn't even hold any value because you can be a wife with a certificate. Yes, you are a wife with a certificate. No, say me status once
Lord me ba. You me say you say didn't no car say what the other power will send it to you. Because one shut down state say one specific he wasn't
the party how you there. Okay, also
the status once I'm not kind what you
and some no kasa odi nkomo but the person make can say one kasa asem say ni no kokko to ye no say oni the own person be kan wasem say ni tin
the status of odobroni or say
status of kan wasem also odobroni say didn't near to odobroni e ni to kire it's based on the status.
And this will be so say I be am adwin no no de ka we
no child a wife.
He even went deeper to say that odobroni is not a wife.
Ma many the certificate can one and also to me answer no. Yes, I what about you me.
Me my disappointed kakra on never say Yesuba. The entire maker say say ye wa ha ne ka kevia say ye to kevia bia twene. And I meno one of my source Yesuba. And unless abaso no abeka kire said nothing like that happens. It means say the wa be cancel I was so be prove with my document actually say ebia ade ni
what the be mama so what the be mama
for now no honestly
you showed the document it wasn't clear.
I don't get that document.
He didn't show it. He said he sent it to a number or the number to just confirm my app now.
No, he showed it. The document was cycled. Lord, as someone I can know.
We are waiting for the whole day.
On say was send the document on sending my etu sadia kan nyina me no ansende ama upon baby ami obiano. I have my mesuma dwena ma dwene because me magina wasem a wogina so kan no and let's grab by and I me di busa no questions more. Now me dey na ha me say Alex aba no matter mo differences what can some wo se wo hobby empire to ade na gu Alex so boa and at least you should have given yourself a bit of time na mo busa mo questions na ya any hobby and that's any privy to certain information no yeah but here is the case I also want to ask any Alex in debate it abani for the support to any asu engine me say na me so ma dwen kire me
then you know wanna let share the screen no.
Yes, we requested na member.
Were you able to?
No, listen. The guy shared his screen. And a screen, there were a portion of the red mark their circle.
He said that was the reason. That was the second part was the reason why the cake was thrown out.
Okay. Yes, I quite baby. Yes,
and I'm doing it once and for all. Me ade a me pay asema ye kan show biano. You see, what some of you are doing is very diabolical, and you can't force me to say what I don't want to say. And you force. So who person who dey see wakota? Ma cho kwan. Me kasa me de ade be ma de pa. Me kasa me de ma ho. Some question me catch and say me pese me call. Me catch the passe. Adipa ne busa me say Yesuba fa bibi kan na ye na me catch the passe me pese me call. Me the document be ma wo na wo kan. Say wo pese wo de ba na wo de ba. Do you know my reasons why I'm saying that? Abejan life say me ma bejan say me ba ha me be kan obi status asem. I read what the law said based on a question I was asked. concerning the requirements for early.
Hey.
Yesuba.
The man Bambe can't
Are you kidding me? Yesuba, you
solely
didn't say that
for.
Odobroni.
Allow me to land.
The recordings are there.
Allow me to land.
We all heard what
Allow me.
you said. Yesuba.
Allow me to. You heard what? What did you hear? Was I not answering a question? Was I not answering a question? Me baby
So
question.
in answering the question,
Maybe so question. Me ba have a can say man no be bisa question. Me ba have a can say man no be bisa me question.
When you were asked the question,
What question was I asked? Quote the question.
I mean, let's
Adepa, maybe this will be the last time. No. Hey, Lord, me paucho, mami kasa. Adepa, maybe this will be the last time I'll come. You see why I told you say me kasa no. Omunye dynamic kasa interruptions no. That is what it does. Me buy no. Me bisa me question na. A branch and ambiance. And let me tell you, Lord, won't me force me say me new bimbe argument.
Yes, but I'm enforcing.
There will be person me argument a nyabotre. Obi person me argument a. Argument a me person me ni pa ni be no. Me ni be yes ni pa no me feel say our different view, me different view. Yembe clash. Yem fire adwin entutu ni oma ho. No be hu baby ogina no be enhia de mfim me for be enkoma argument anipa no di me akosio a obi a threaten me life as me na ma near the moto ni card mechi what am I say it obi can answer na unim de nti o kan sa na men force no I don't fear whoever obi oni mi nyabotre mami kan de oni nyabotre Smith waha, Smith abon come over me inbox. Ma send no a portion of the document. And Kolani side ma send ma Smith. Me member can say ma me boa. Say me boa Smith me boa. Me send no document ni bi.
Boy, trust.
Na now mo tie ma send no document.
Me say, wakati say amekasa mo ayin ba na mekasa twaso. Like also
now listen, mo tie me. Ebusia for mo tie me. Die tie me. Me abotre Lord ma me kan. Nipa dudu ma nya abotre. Denti ame ba na mesi form no. Bibi akosu echi because mini anum we storage baby daddy Smith in my ye na your one platforms neutrality obi akana asem. Edru baby no. Obi atre baby ogina me so me investigation me do baby no me say no. No cry me hwehwe no e Akosua Serwaa side and me change na ho. I made it open. Me catch obi as first na me neutral. Me ya me investigations do pempen so bi no. Me who say no cranny that Akosua Serwaa into her. Me a journalist, me a media person, voice for the voiceless. Baby no credit I was say pie no na me kwa no cranny dia ba bonten. No be am fam ambe tum futuro enguni penny. That was mine. You can quote me anywhere and you can ask anywhere. If my mina mo can asem no kra oni minama. Mina me call Kempon fi osem ko interview. And no cry the mami. How many times I many interviews? Just 3 times. So me catch you say me research. Me too kind go up and down. Me research me koko nipa ebe jina dodo ebe di etinye no. Otini phone echi information be nya online. No de abekasa. Me ko. Me koko to omo hu menim no. Nipa na mo kasa me ni be debate no. Mo say wan nanim no. Ni page ni nanim wo. Nanim wo ni page. Say me hu menim. Iti me ko jina court epie ba. Na mbe kan sem na me bo ade na besi. What are you talking about? Why would I come and lie? For what will me then amenya? Me buy no. Obi e bisa me asem concerning Madam Prisolofori. Me catch and I don't want to go there.
Hey,
Obi bisa question DC. Oh, boss. Ben pa nyabotre.
Bro, I hate you.
Obi bisa question nyabotre. Obi bisa question. EDC caveat no asem. Ena me ka say letters of administration here kan wasem no. Ni requirement ni say Ubeye surviving wife. Ubeye say. I know na cover as status as same way by. Who baby daddy who can baby sa me say. Baby sa me say inti say Akosua Serwaa nya. Ya baba be orchard properties na. Madam Ofori Madam Prisla benye bia. And I'm catch I don't want to go there by Yendru ho. I know why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying these things because minim di obi aye weche obi akamasem di me akoto baby ma obi atretina kansem mehu meyese I know what I am experiencing ti my imagine say me engage obi because BBC bibi besi. Do you understand? I'm being cautious of the things I want to say. Don't sit here and say things I have not said. I didn't come here categorically to come and speak about anybody's marriage status. Mo come a many cry marriage certificate once no. Me catch you say ni ele no court. Ele no the court no. Court see surviving spouse and a beba beye e wa akwenya so beye ele. Say case no da so court. What show say you're challenging the status? Nipa ni cancer and me see case no da so court. Court see we are surviving spouse afa. We never spoke about anything certificate then and I'm saying me person me can was him but document ni there. Make me the document now mobi amanashe. That is what I said. Don't misquote me. Say my be married status or they
that is never what you said.
We are basing on KV.
Otia say inti menuaba obiba adepa. Upe bibie tia me can say court no open. Documents they are open. Utro to the registry. I said it when me buy me can say when you write to the registry. Now per court note of the day. I said it. Me can say who court date, who suit number. I said all those things here. I don't know why he's doing that.
That's not cool.
Good. So when we were talking, I said, say, when you are going to court, you go to court based on status. Your status name asem. And I'm my example. What you say? Me you so be fee. Say, storage you fee. Na say me storage see me coffee fee no. Na me do on a security man jina hwa. Na me see me nim storage. Either me fresh storage on video no aka say me call. Afen so ama me key. Ana say apart from no storage fee no documents be mami. I was explaining status. I was not explaining status based on the ladies. Tell you mo person mo diabolically mo mix it at the end. No. I spoke about status based on who is going to court to claim what. And I can say, so be a court. Not say or the status be about court. Not the be pre baby. No be full fraba. No so ba be pre na we nya. E chese nipa no when to me ankasa mana nto court na sum ama judge na nji antum nti no de ato abonte. Ordinary status ne baff. Anybody that has the audio should play it. Omo record we record and no fambo ano. I said say so be the status be back court. No be so the need eba. No mo challenge bibi hu. Na said nipa na ntimi an convince court no. Na we ntimi an kasa ma na nto judge na suma. This is what I said. I don't know why Moot is there. No, you're
not finishing your statement. You're not finishing. No,
but that's what he said. He said,
Smith. I beg you, can I say something?
So, look at court. What I say. Now, Eleanor is based on four categories. Wife, and crown. Surviving spouse, and a parent. There's a wife, no, of course, your wife.
Yes.
And also, and they will state of the court. Now, no one to be, and you want to me there. Then there's question mark on your status. That don't all count.
Okay, so hold on. So Smith, hold on. Since you're not the lawyer.
Hold on. Now I interpret it.
Smith, hold on.
So Smith,
hold on.
You call her.
I brought up this conversation when Yesu left. And I was telling the part that my question was going to be that Yesuba made the assertion, and Yesuba stated it categorically clear, say, if Odobroni echo court as a or in her status as a wife, and the court threw her out, threw the caveat out. These are Yesuba's ways. And so in that way, Odobroni cannot be a wife. And I said, I was coming.
I never said that.
Smith, is that a question, Yes, me ba obempa de wo kan a question and a who statement na wo kan.
No, Adepa, Yesuba, listen, Adepa, sorry, give me a minute. Yesuba say, Odobroni's caveat. In fact, Yesuba started by explaining who can file a caveat. And Yesuba say, Odobroni filed a caveat in her capacity as a wife. And Yesuba say, yes, let me
This is
hypocrisy. I'm here. I never said that.
Let me finish. Just listen.
Play the audio.
Ono kwa me kwa na me insist se onka obetimi a che me enema no se onpese obekom what ma here into one shada nka one go class say ni se no kwa de ba kope
Adepa, you're not allowing me to speak and I'm very
no bempa
Bempa ma on kasa ha
so obi say o audio a ombo simple one kwa ready so beti
baby daddy
listen to you. Listen to you. Let me finish. Let me finish. Adepa, please let me finish. Let me finish.
No. Don't say anything.
Let me finish.
Play where I said
I don't have an audio. Let me finish my
If you don't have an audio, then don't put that on me.
Is it all the things you said that you played audio?
Don't do that.
Yes, I
don't appreciate that, Smith. Yes,
let
me make my statement. You know what I'm going to say.
Smith.
You don't have the audio.
Did I tell you I have an audio?
Why can't we move on? Why would they make
it? Let me make my point. I brought up this conversation.
So we be cancel to so we be cancel me pacho be panya avche. We be cancel. Yes to me ba. We be cancel. Now we say waka say na nipa na nka so onko ba bia ofa ba na we say man kasa. Eyi da say wo de wo ten no wo record ho na wabo. Wo ni dia then we move. We should move on.
Adepampa chomo.
I brought up this whole thing back, and I wrote it down. I wrote what Yesuba said down. So Yesuba said, "Wankasa, let me move on." Adepa, for the respect I have for you, Adepa, this was what I heard by somebody. The person says, Odobroni went to court in her capacity, say oyere. Odobroni court no, ena mama Akosua Serwaa no so yeyere. Ono so se oyere. Ena court no bo eto oyere ba ko no kebiat no to abonten. What does it mean to the status of the other wife and to abonten? This was the comment, and I wrote it down. Adepa, and I came back to you right now. I'm saying, Adepa, I'm surprised. Listen, Adepa, to us, Adepa, one man can last part, and I won't just say. One man can last part, and I won't just say. Adepa, one man can last part. Yes, but I'm not addressing him.
What you are doing? What you are doing?
Don't worry yourself.
I'm warning you. You have to stop.
You are warning me, yes, but you know you can't warn me, yes, but allow me to make my point. I did not call your name. I said let me make my point. I couldn't tell you what to say. Don't tell me what to say. You know you can't tell me what to say. Yes, but you can't tell me what to say.
Sarah Mpacho.
Mesre, me pacho mama menka we. Ayana eno na yana de bia meka obisi na depend na wo kan ma we na so kan ma we. This the 10. Unu obi ya dia enye ntokwa. Ye nyina no be say we agree to disagree. Wo say waka we nipa na say wanka ne sa. Let's move on. Why can't we move on?
Adepampa chomi das mamen kamasem. Adepampa story gipa chomi ba. Adepa yedase. So it's mama sanity about platform so. But adepa unu bibi. Na sometimes na nipa kasa at a point time maybe a bit me I am from so but maybe I realize every time I be correct necessary. But going forward in adepa on your platform, it's a platform of records. Ni epesi nye bi obi episode nye obit menya on platform with. It is on record say enra there has been a judgment true Odobroni caveat atuegu ebia me asad now menye hu document bi a kyeresa enti adepa wonso no wadwuma we duty so bit my hwehwem amie hu but say obi ababonten atimi enya ebia document bi ono susu se bia ye de ato caveat bi ato agua ebia na nipa ne ye privilege etimi hu reasons nti a ye gina so tuguye enti me fa ne say odobro ni kwe ekọ challenge the status of say ono so ye yere ya mfa ma no se bia oye yere enti se ya to ne di na akene Mamia Akosua Serwaa a ogina wo so yere no eden qualification e qualified man ye yere echi odobro ni eno ne ye me question me bi so mitrim ne so bi gina no mtimi ka kire me say court atime gina Mamia Akosua Serwaa a woni pa kwan kan fan so the certificate kan ho e man ye yere na den ne mo no kwa qualify so yere nti menye ntum se odobro ni de ya to akene a ayi se nipa no e ma me go beyond every reasonable doubt say Mamia Akosua Serwaa kura special bibia odobro ni nkura bi a no emma onu ye unique nti o ye Lumba yere a adobro ni yere and me say we even me bucket wakura entimi enje sasimo entum nti so bi person kire say caveat ni ato akina o mie hu reasons a court ni gina so o de to kine ye eno ya number 1. Number 2, Mamia Akosua Serwaa as it stands on qualifying chi odobro ni is on record. Odobroni and Mamia Akosua Serwaa almost the same level of marriage status.
Probably have a question,
Odobroni as at now, or your co-wife to Mamia Akosua Serwaa. Ma obi, enjina baby and count baby I say Mamia Akosua Serwaa or even a step ahead of Odobroni. It is never true in all records as far as court is concerned. It is obi and baby body day. See a two be the actually, no be the idea to more. Me at the past far as the young kind document as far as I mean young kind document be a chesade until proven otherwise no make markers any pane who and at the pa so timinya document be a wasa chese be a gina so dobroni court declares or no stance no nya yerinti abon caveat at watching then I will admit it but for now ne dear minim be a bit messy or dobroni kwan say onya yere no be enti nso amfa bibi a kire so no ye yere by certificate ne momo na no akọ so no do ye yere no bi me prove so no ye yere by status there adepa menyi ntum ne enyi ntum kina wo platforms na me gina so akase so obi aka bibi sa so ha no a enye no kore until say nipa bit me prove a kire oh platform we so and otherwise adepa me that's when man no see
Di me be sa question.
Sorry,
Di me question is say when you sure say until na me be say the content of the caveat when you sure say any pana anko say like okoka ho as a hero ebi okoso kobo ma me ni de na to agu until na me pese ye hu the content of the caveat the reason or the call ye so what you say ye nya reason na ebe ye more clear to everyone.
yenim a omu nyina nipa tu na kasa nyina two fashions nyina kasa fa won say it is on record so Odobroni echo contested say be a jurisdiction of self mechanism no and omienu nya admit say abatu agu that one is on record but obi ntimi nkyere the details of Odobroni caveat no and say me wo mu enu nti court gina so botugu ye obi bie no won wetima kyere wo hanom it is obi gina platform bia so eka say caveat Odobroni caveat abatu agu based on status say court anyan so yere dia me missing who until say nipa ko betima prove records. That is my point.
now the boy the kid that say or ya born to e can ho how many amendment. So let's clear this part. The first kid that you to caveat na am say about to go na yes location na am 2-3 times no what you say but say onya ye ne de you say caveat ye montungu.
So Smith,
If
you know this.
So cherry pick caveats now.
Mami kasa me ba chen me ba. The me can say first e na buy na yamfa ndi anka ho. Ocho caveat for say ocho ko say oyere nti like or interest ama ye gitum. Omo nkoya amendment. The about to gu ne location now omakọ fair and second and now still now no after say
no dey ya say what my musa me question no dey nyina say
Is it from the papers now the man or has on okay?
Papers not the man. 2 caveats now. Denise ne Calvin Eden. Actual choir said they want to be part of it. But there be but that's why and now
the farmer me musa question you me go break to what me to the long go be come in circles I will teach you musa
we are on different world. The question said, "I was son of our cousin." What I say to him, no. When I cause war, information born to me and the ancient. And so I said, "My department." You say, "Be only I don't know." So you can't send it to a department.
Smith,
if you want to buy,
I can prove to you. I put it to you, say.
Me that's the Matthews A7 no. That's the pastor Matthews A7. I'm a because you need control. I'm a die.
What I say?
Say for the bema the party you
say or send them out.
Ballot fiber so. Ballot fiber so na ombe condemn
yes I Smith wo dey me that say wo dey ma me musa me question wo dey we are not teaching because wo dey me musa wo dey opekasa pa wa to dey ma me musa me patro me first question am musa me first question Yesu baba ha say no also wotie na wankasa nti mbese wo correct ye nyina because na at the pampers be direct to him nti wo na wo so wotie no me patro reason ben na Yesu baba dem say ya bo odobro ni kevi atena to atwene
reason see do kind say into was do kind say kevi now by the obi the court what he knows is say before challenge in early, you should fall into those 4 categories: wife, children, parents, and successor. So how fall into, and all those things are to show your status. What I say now to him, not say, I don't believe the kid in a coin. Probably she will go on his status as a wife. And see, you are to go or no, or besides say, then stays not on the coin. I didn't go into me and explain your mom. Because or your wife, yeah. Why can't you explain? Hey, true. Listen. No, change. No, the question is now no can book on. No, obi status now the coin and poker. Then there's question mark because you may defend it. I want to know be participant. What when defended the opposite says on your you see? So that's where the conversation came from. But
so he said, me pacho. Listen. I mean, someone show. Obaha, first one. Yeah, your platform is Obia. I will say kwesi betimi akasa because one person I won't pay gidi kwesi. You also na need the end kwesi no. The kwesi timi catch. Okay, I'm okay. Kwesi timi catch them say, oh, because I know this. Me want say Smith. My next question is. Hey, fana Yesu badi DNA the bemo. Hey, if you listen to him attentively, hey, fana ka DNA asem.
No, I never kind of cry. No, can say even the kids own cry and can dey no cry so asem ho. What you say? But me so be ko.
Because because asem we shema no so.
Mata mo fam penifo adwini agro. Mo fam
because because was who and if I want to put your own person can you bet me divert west no or can say because yeah
I say how can I say about so be ka be kon once no best fit out
into Yesu ban ka DNA wa ha into Yesu ba ka DNA
me the man Man, TV.
Challenge story. You move on. You move on.
Hey, correct.
Me say,
Let me say me what do
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You know these things.
When maybe I no kweda well, I'll speak it very respective of who is involved. I know that I'm very disappointed.
Listen, people that say you are one person, you and Story I can send you all the distance, all the documents. All right.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need you to send it to me.
What I'm saying is, what I heard is, he says that there's problem. He says there's problem.
You say that. Sometimes I wonder I like Bekasa. You have people here. I'm preventing him from asking even questions, normal questions. Now so then about Yesuba Bekasa na Yesuba Mosi or
the document Bekasa.
Or the document Bekasa or Bekasa. I said that Lumba making $9 million or the Osho document be. Me busa no catch him so no. Me busa no catch him so me inquire me own research.
That Lumba make it 10 million.
So when show the document, Obeka about you can say lady we Kudema assembly you can one can say police headquarters. Bibia no count
document be your house.
Any problem? Any problem? See, this document it's not about documents.
No, listen. What can I let me also make my submission.
AJ, what document that you took a double Indian instruction? Who will
no be coming from out. Make me submission. I didn't say so make me Jesuba di 100%. The work can make me make inferences from the work can make me make inferences from Yesuba to make my submission because you quite high court on me who no show a name. But on my way. On one sika no do a fair plane no kokumasi kwa no investigation. Our Ghana o. Unim says a court on Kabi so now beka you know the repercussion. Was so only on tabro our Ghana. Inti say obi nim say court on KBB and wabeka sha quarter. Only pa kono ko cite yesu back for contempt because ye nim say case here koso yi. Ye nim say a lot of people and omukuma di akire. Inti obi bi back ade court on ka wabeka dangerous. Inti say yesu wabeka me gini di. Me gi yesu badi 100%. Say de mo so mo gi nkofo bi di no san so na me so me gi yesu badi. Inti say yesu ba ha no se caveat. Yes, it's Odobo in the court and court are Batwegu. I believe it. Ya Batwegu ma and people are worried. Man for some my busy crown. Come chum one masaba. Upo caveat ya Batwakine. Upo ya Batwakin. There's nothing to be able to me. Court in Akasa. Kumasi court Akasa. Then they see an person will change you kwa. What has happened? Mo try judge said no. Oh, to be so better at the end so. Mo try yes no. Oh, to be so better so. They say what is the problem? Kota kasa. I find our own tears here. Whatever you think over and quiet. As it stands now. Onipa ye so caveat. I stand by near that Lumba minu no. Na there yes sister president de call there. As it stands say the control chibeka no. Kota batu atwene. Ti say Lumba minu no ekosi. Now whatever court no ebe determine the onus now will lie on Yemami Akosua Serwaa so be do Lumba ni kunachi no to be ase de tie instruction be so follow be obe follow we there oye share that Lumba in the 80s respect that in the 80s no share ni kunu ti say Yemami Akosua Serwaa ntimi oversee the distribution of new husband property and when e betimi aye who one e dey di ball nyum say emma that Lumba kwa hwehiem no obo ano hwana aya musi ena ekokota wa be kire your contribution wow contribution ben a chin say that Lumba podi abonyum say emma no ho kire no ne wife ne wedded wife ne bo ano contribution ben a chin say contribution be na chase even your papa despite cry e confirm me the role ma me Akosua Serwaa play here contribution be na chase inti aseme na mo ka wa no me se mu po kevias nya bo ato atwene the earlier we beti ase the better for you because mu bebre wa ya record ma to ho expose na nyamba to come for 5 month time mu amanu masem ni ahweso beti ma ba app ni so mu amanu masem nya se obi kwakwa bibio mu amanu masem se de me yesho say amanfo so record me no sa na tie nti dan asi ma me no nyam te say ma me Akosua Serwaa a o share that Lumba in the 80s only that Lumba started abrobo say that Lumba donu odini dia bobonyum e ma wiase afa ni nya be abeko bia ma me Akosua Serwaa is recognized. Ghanaians all over the world I appreciate ma me no na ma me ni kuna wu ya na ebinum e chile no say wakọ me ebu egu so mu na mu jana marriage certificate money agina mu di asa no and no so yes smart on legal lawyers legal team yes smart and I'm called file for Ellie no smart it took everybody by surprise until say the other party ni so nya ho ntie now wakọ ya de no Kumase mo nkwa mo se den Kumase ya den Kumase so na mo ko wiri mo court case no mo nti ase mo de kevia beto so mbese mo ya nkosiaga mo yesa nkosiaga ama ye ma me Akosua Serwaa enche bia nyame aduma enche bia whether 2 or 3 months enche bia no beba the day of reckoning ba oba no agini dwa no de nsa tutu ni kura dwapade bia so no Akosua say everything is in order everything because untimi ntwa that Lumba history with that mama Akosua Serwaa ni sweat ka ho po ni sweat ka ho enya wa uti TikTok house na be bia enko ba bia wa uti TikTok house be so no da bi enko ba bia o obehwa to be BH pepe and she has every right to do that. Into so onipako believe in so right so be san fine kona kaka cho onipako no nkoye isi ade se court asem ne eka boko na court ni de sa o granting early na o say then what else can you do? Nothing. Obe follow the right process on fam rebi an hye ni nsem obe follow mrano and o de baby bia so mo grant obi earlier it doesn't mean so property na be onipako ndi automatically. It doesn't mean that. And mean say because of your granting no or because say me na me pay. Everybody know that. So I don't know why people are trying to cry over this. Why? Only parking your granting Elena and chase property na be any day. We all know that. And on to me find 2 minutes soon ya dear bia. Or then the 2 minutes year me show say mrebu o krebet me akọ against on park na obi bet my challenges on park granting Elena e be on sakofa he or you say it's against the law. No bet my so what is the problem? People I'm for person more that Lumba. And man that Lumba and then no money baby. They want to tell the woman what to do. More stand by. More that Lumba you were nowhere to be found. And man that Lumba no cut them 3 years. Where were you guys? More where were you guys? That Lumba Ninyom cut them for 3 good years. Now where him for? You pay my chill kwa humo nothing putro prada na mo dwaneko. And then what has happened? Maami oba penny Akosua Serwaa pese on exercising the legal right and some of you want to cry over this. Tell me what be here. What does that?
Baby girl baby girl
sister
Matia you see Mate the American say no matter what the obenya early no and then just a property na be any automatically there were people are crying tears here it you ever say onya earlier that means obeji waka say o do tumi kwa kwotena edan we mu there be enyina we know that enti mo pese mu nso am BP kosoro no mu njai na mo relax na bibia nsi here as it stands now no that Lumba mama no so gina mu de denden mo so mo challenging nyema enti a fair game at the end you know say court in his own wisdom cause okay or that Lumba mama ni nyina kan so nyina mo kan no mo hwade so it's fair game. Whoever is interested in that no can also challenge na ya hwe at the end no the answer obia come together na there some you know my why are people crying over this? Adetin amafo ni abrade we hunti Inti mami Akosua Serwaa mi busamo. Inti ayo mami abeka so on deserve so obe file for early. Oni that Lumba bo brand ni where were we ni ye wenfa mi busamo. Oni ni crucial mo bo brand ni ye wenfa. Ene mami penia sabi ni few Bruce 10 years. Yen kolebi e di 12 years 30 years be che yen che mami na de on ye. Hey, social media. Eradi yesu mi hu bi da.
Aje di bato we am question na why.
Me bato David di mpacho mba. Nyame ahyehyɛ no no ahyehyɛ. Se nyame ahyehyɛ
no
just
so
say.
phone so na.
Se nyame. Oda mo kasa.
I just make us win die.
Ma me de me tumi nyamba ne fo na me nyamba ma ne fo se munya abotre BBNC ye why munya mo amuso no munya abotre munya abotre na BBNC ye dada na BBNC ye why nti munya abotre na munja esu na mo ye dem ma me Akosua se upe umpo no na eko ade upe umpo ono na eko ono a that Lumba ware no upe umpo. You can disagree, but enko be at the end. No, you never betena ha. You know, I am recording. I hope someone will play me audio. I love that.
Boy now.
The make piano. It shall surely come to pass.
We have a guy say na hit ni ha na hit ni ha
boy hit.
Now there be story. Oloko told me so no my friends here me come obi at me. Me dey no kwede make am.
You do your questions now dey. The pen also question mouth.
Mami say me ni question. How do you ja mo oya there. No na me come we say and me brepa because who say a told trimmer, my brands me ye foot, but my misa was same way. What are we? Wait a minute. What are we? Wait a minute. But the misa say, RGH. Oh dear, said na minimum free tete abesini. You speak on records. Sometimes we are very credible in terms of your source. Me pese me bisa wo. Upon the yake kafiti anura abesini, sabri kwa igusuke. Oh no. Me pese me bisa say nia court no kan ho asem okumase no ususu se eye dem pa na court no boguye ye kan ho asem a obetimi do nse subo se no de o ye show off na se impo obetimi nya evidence bi so amanya kamani bejipa no achem source no so that's
for me source I'm trusting 101% Kontonchi media
TV that's right
Kontonchi yes me trust you the only Dr. Yesuba me wian mabana so Dr. Yesuba
Alex the other chef from kra amuza
if Yesuba no makola ya kusi so what you say makola ya kusi so what you say and I make sure one of the source I me trust pa to be honest honey blossom the source because sometimes I always go and also learn something from them because the source obeka but anyway, my source pa Kontonchi and I Yesuba. Omo my source. And I said the Kontonchi beka no. Okay, bibia say the caveat koto so challenging the jurisdiction of the court. Say anka say no move akwa Accra ni den do mo iburubu so ama ne bi ekwa high court ni ade ni ekwa appeal court ni anya adwuma. And echi yabo bibia to egu. The assistance now no. Say the pe Kontonchi asem okan ne the other people no maka no. The only remaining caveat that Lumba mienu no any next stand is here. That's what I know.
Musa, we have a question or
Oh, they be look at me so menjo question or
oh, there be a simple question Mr. If I try my question is this year ye dasuguso Yesuba de ose adepa mo ne high obo ne high obeje onu bi untimi read na adepa read am I me patro smith mesro you say you neutral now you neutral Mr. You the neutral. Enti me pacho sadi.
Na Smith ka so neutral. Mente da. Smith.
Me pacho Alex. One was so neutral. Me kucha se me kasa se see.
2 minutes ya bo neutral.
Okay.
Because your Alex uti ni nyina so Smith se on dia wante. Enti you dey enkoso.
Enti
Musa me pacho die me busa on say. The verdict ne ba. See say the use ba dey send ayade pay. Na sa de pa bi do no krama ya because me se me nimi ni adi de be press pass as ade dey so ready. Na sa verdict ne ba. Na sa ya mpa say a jurisdiction kwa no mko yema ho verdict. Would you come here and apologize to us? Na so we go platform to platform. Or then I'll be like then I'll be. That's what I want to know.
Say jurisdiction kwa. Say that was the caveat near about to go. Just a standard. There is no other caveat than the 2 children of that Lumba caveat. And they standing.
Na me kan want na. Yesu ba hase no. The man no pa ye ko ba nyina ye niam mienu. Ye Alex say a jurisdiction kwa ye ko court e ko bobo ho ma ye ma ho verdict. Na Yesu ba se there be nye jurisdiction nko a na emom odobro ni caveat ka ho. Amos me enko into details because details no be kan no. Enya nipa ba ko bia also no support say Yesu ba nkasa enti ye nko ho. Ono no person che say enema mienu. Alex say ade ba ko. Enti say eba na say ade ba ko a wo be den na eba na ade mienu a Yesu yenim de be ya ma wo. Enti wo be den.
Oh, say eba na ade ba ko a. I mean, I respect the decision of the court.
Oh, into one part.
Ministry maybe. Debbie make up on me. Oh, sorry, you met my patron. Oh, you miss me, my patron. Oh, mama can't even put me out.
Patron, you what that's
it. Wait, here free, Harry. That's how you are saying, Henry.
Storage, you are lucky to me so down. Into be careful.
I mean, clear at the moment. The attorney said the only a year about touching duration location. Nyanya a yard and gasa. And try to wait for it.
No, Hana, no, we are neutral. That's all you
D, me say.
And the kind of my fan.
Chain. The credit woman near me can't.
Wouldn't say I'm the one I shall say Bob was canon Kakutia.
The
there is no caveat at the moment.
There is Sarah, the credit and the to once. First, I don't.
There is no caveat. Mama, my chair will platform.
I'm not quiet no man for Obi and Kahono. Obi and the corner, editum. What I say, am I in the car? The no more pay a quick appeal calling a location. And yet, to say, a location.
There is no caveat.
I'm looking 2 years ago.
I don't know. I'm running credit at all. So, law fight. Now, yes, about the page and the first recording away, and one and also become one.
Maybe I say Alex will be got the bread.
Law fight, law fight.
But I may was say. Yes.
Before so make you submission we patrol me slow any dey kwan. Question ba go pena me person me busa. Me patrol now our platform issue me and we see form now buy. Me patrol yesu ba eyi
one.
Me patrol me so.
And the just number be na share.
We see former at the pan send and high na obesende we ne dey man and na obeka na.
Debi reason ben or the my or say mu court no omo argue jurisdiction. Ana odie bi no sa kan reason be nti no say your odobro ni caveat no to train. And I want it because I know so we see from.
Let me
what? Me go my mantia. Oh, see here. On Alex cause on today on watch.
Oh, say. Who's me must see.
Yeah, can I say no ni ho. No ni ho.
How yanti.
Make me to not say
ka. Me to so one kasa, also one kasa. Me patro me so. Kasa one kasa.
Die ni mantia.
E see wo court. Oh. Say lawyer for no ebi so kasa aya no monum asem no mehwe ni yi pa na me de atoto nsem bi ho na ma membo audio we eye omo lawyer num asem enti na say lawyer bi kan asem a yenye careful na yemisa document because eno no be confirm abaye ho a typical example ne say lawyer bi agina ba bi aka say Maami Akosua Serwaa the original document eba court. Lawyer bi anim asemu. Na say or the original document ba court a ne asan ko court document mu a compare n'anum asem ene the esi wo court. Mesre adepa 1 second na yenti assembly.
And on to no assembly no the man wa. Was it be trouble? We're able to provide the original copy. Yes, we have. Okay. In fact, more than original. Okay. So original. May I told her evidence that was a penny their band name.
Adebamba what say lawyer no na all ka say original marriage certificate pa no mo de ba court. But just what say
and the person odi otwen kwan ni fufu nto no ntimi ya no ono odi otwen kwan but you are done
but say
no man no mete
Now, say Alex O'Kara, was he wrong?
Original marriage certificate was submitted at the court. I am convinced, but judge and said they couldn't verify it. That's
okay.
it.
And yes, na judge ni kai say ukuta mbacho wanya court judgment na eba mbacho wanya bi akai.
Yeah. Menu ama the only time or no ntimi kenta ko boto.
Sister mbacho wanya bi akai.
No ska hu hia no ro.
Me patrol. There be me patrol main kind, but I have listened to legal experts break it down.
Why legal expert ben na oti no.
Any pebi kind.
Me patrol BTA Paul Adomotren in the lawyer no.
Oh, that's fair.
20 years.
Eno judge anum asem. The judge anum asem ne judge.
Me patrol judgment no mo kan ye. The judgment
say the judge ne kan ye no ka me ma wa pebi akan because paragraph 107 e wo ho a eyi pefi o kan 107 o kan 106 sa nyoma ni nyina e wo ho no ma e be mo ate ase nti mesre se obi begina na so wokasa yanya dance ye ji dance ye be boy dan say ye be nante asem we hu na we di atoha e moye
me patrol wada roma me patrol me patrol judge no or can say certificates now whatever was presented no to prove an ordinance marriage no me patrol or can say a fake or not or can say nothing was presented and now can say the whatever was presented no it's not admissible in court because it was not properly verified. It did not go through the right process.
Alex, paragraph 106
me patrol 94 what's my kind of so ukuta document na 94 be catch say besides the lack of certification or authentication the council was to bring the original underlying word the original for the court to cite
see you or that crew with me akasa say 94
since the court was informed that there was an original and who audio na me boy original no original bonten kai no san ko catch the court say original. However, what was brought to the court was an extract from a family book and diary which the council admitted in open court. Or no lawyer nankasa jitu say no original. Na ti there so. The document therefore could not be the original, and its copy being Exhibit B. Therefore, the extract cannot be a proof of civil marriage certificate between the plaintiff and the late Church Dad Lumba. The extract is significantly different from the document purportedly tendered in evidence as the marriage certificate.
Mr. Alex, can there be an extract of what does not exist? Just verify that. Just tell me that. Can there be an extract for? No, but can there be an? But me patrol say judge can. And me lawyer ne betimi actually move from the who can judge. Let's say it's an extract. So maybe I'll say, can there be an extract of what does not exist?
So where is
there can only be an extract if there's an original, right?
However, what was brought to the court was an extract, which the counsel for the plaintiff or lawyer admitted in court that the document could not be an original, and its extract being Exhibit B. Therefore, the extract cannot be a proof of civil marriage between that Lumba and the plaintiff.
So, Mr. Alex, you see, this is what it doesn't
Mommy.
make sense to me because can there be an extract?
It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Can there be
Mommy.
an
But
extract
Sarah,
if there isn't an original?
you know if you have the original, just bring
There
it.
cannot be an extract of what does not
Mama, beg.
exist. There's
Mama,
only
yeah.
an extract when there is an original.
Original
Lawyer
means
graduate,
yeah,
you
Okay,
say
you know
any
what?
original.
listen,
Let me
the thing
rest.
is,
Lawyer.
there can be an extra of that original. But what you are saying that if there is the original, of which you brought a photocopy original to court, bring the original. That's it.
I'm for original number.
I think, sir, I'm finding it difficult to understand,
You know,
Sir Alex. Because
Sarah,
at the moment we are talking about
Mama,
If there's an extract, then there's proof that there's an original.
Yes.
Original
Mama,
so
Yes, original.
the
Listen,
judge
listen to
into the-
I know now. Sɛdeɛ ɛsi yɛ wɔn wɔn
Oh my
nyinaa saa na yɛn nyinaa yɛ wɔn wɔn because yɛn nyinaa yɛn obiara saa question na obusa na nyɛ sɛ obusa sɛ we are all shocked because wɔn fa extra taba sɛdeɛ wɔn ka no
no original bad yasa no
Maame Akosua Serwaa cry
yɛsɛ original abira na ɔsɔ original no ni a ɛnyɛ wɔn wa
Enye
ɛno na
nwa.
ɛmɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ wɔn wɔn no ɛnyɛ sɛ wɔn ko a
Ayi me ba o. Friend is Alex.
ɛgye o
Say mpacho. Extract no. Was it an extract of the family book or the extract of the marriage certificate?
The extract was a different document.
different document.
Kra. Enter say marriage certificate no kra.
extract is from the marriage certificate in the family book.
Sarah Pacham Bawadama. So, okay. Extract now, what they call court on. The end of the court, was it the extract of the family book and that's an extract of the marriage certificate? Mr. Alex.
Adepa. Extract no.
I said we
the marriage certificate. The marriage certificate 1 ebaye. The translated version 2 ebaye. 3. San call Institute of Languages. Eko translate another one ebaye. Go letter free embassy ho ebaye. And no Sunday another 4th document. Ebaye na no get extract. Enti document the call court no.
Mr. Ale, did you say false?
Yeah, but
Was your word false?
4. 4th document.
False?
I think he's here to.
What's it fourth? What's it fourth and now fourth?
Oh, what's the number 4? 4.
He's counting numbers. He's counting numbers.
Okay, 4.
Mbacho 1, 2, 3, 4. Mbacho ano so ti ase. The document first one. German marriage certificate purportedly. 2. The translated version of the German language into English. And Ghana and translate here. Our Institute of Languages. 3. Omukoje letter from German embassy. And a number 4 document, a 4th document. And no ye extract. It's only the lawyer kusi jina da can be say. Document out there by extract ye. And your original marriage certificate of German dieno and our diaba. Lawyer Kusiji to Musa enokre enyo original. Into the question. The original document na number 1 no ewe ebesine. I'm a peer court. And no one seven American. Into me cry me one judge na one you be young one say.
Mr. Alex, let's not be mischievous here. If there's an extract from the German consulate that proves that there is an existing marriage, what else did the judge need? Because the woman went there, she did not need an original marriage certificate to say that a legal marriage exists. So everything just sounds very malicious. It doesn't make sense.
Let me tell you how
the woman went to court to prove that there is an existing ordinance marriage. Period. All that needed to be, she is not processing any documents. Then Yaka say, translate it to Ghana there for all that. It was not necessary. The woman was proving that if a German consulate who acts like a president of Germany in Ghana certifies that there is an ordinance marriage, that means he said that judgment was aired.
Debbie.
Please. So internet, I'm saying yanti or the platform issue. I'm saying yanti say a German consulate certified that there's an existing ordinance marriage. Period.
Me pacho German
that wasn't
certify she pacho nyabatre.
Certify she.
O man certify she. Letter no mukwa free German embassy nye certification. Papa she.
Me patron letter necessary. What
I
did
don't
the
come
letter say? What was the content of the letter?
Mama,
Oh my goodness.
I know come
the content.
Judge can say
letter
letter from the I know cannot one jan to Misa. Mama to Boise.
Why did they answer? Why did
you a shocky and said to Boise?
Come on.
What ma brought we are all supporting we are someone like but Kenya supporting because there's a simple case. They are shocking and say what mom brought to the court. It was a photocopy of an original marriage certificate. Photocopy, not the buyer certify. I said,
letter from the consulate.
Let's take it one after the other.
Smith, ma ayin kasa e fe na things also obekan we say no. Mr. Alex is obekan.
Before so about I mean clear the answer. My eban or the photocopy of an original certificate in the body.
Asembe kure ni. Nipa na wa ma nche wona wa make ni kwa.
And power your train kwan na wi ade nya botana smith in chichi. We must meet in chichi.
Na so we chichi. Na say yate yam. What I say?
On one tea on man.
Obi first time I say on.
Obi first time what you
on first time you say no.
Oh. Alex me traso. Tuma de tie ni. Ma buy no. Or the certificate be a photocopy and a buy. That means the original set be an or should be no photocopy of the buy. That means the original.
Extracts and a photocopy.
There be no photocopy of the buy. There be no photocopy of the buy. That means there's a me was certificate. Be photocopy at the qua. Near certified, so I mean the original at the them. Into the buy no. And now Obi Mundlo say do there be na one a photocopy 2 answer krom some fat the OSF muba. Into your boss call so by your judges bonana. Time no can now say with the first crown, time no can be kana any into him. The other abano. Be a sure so original copy no. Cofabra coming shake. That is all. What the photocopy aba? And the cofa original shake. The other so your photocopy no. Cofabra. And a man to knock off ma. Or cofa family book na. Extra na kwa said there. I'll crack a once. Now, I'm checking results. Now, I just have people no sanity, but I don't yet.
The marriage, the family book contains legal certificates, right?
No, it contains information. Information of the family. So, the family book no German and they say ni ubia my side no. They have extra touches to be a wow. They say I say, but I don't yet certificate tankasa. It's just information giving you that they marry on this day, on that day, at this place. Do you get it? So what man had done, they say, do you show your photocopy no? Conco for and one no.
All I want to know is a day in a German consulate in the Etroy.
So judge class say the other don't buy no cano and you're verifiable because on a purported letter from the consulate.
Send me a document in the bill. So what I can be
purported how?
Oh, sister, it's in the judgment. Or say purported
and the judge did that judge actually do her due diligence and verify with the consulate to say.
And she says,
ma say ma enkai na yinti why because me maintain letter. Semba to bit ya kan man.
Eba jo ti menka.
It's okay.
Meet me a kind document no na document no enye certificate a letter from the German embassy. Letter no heading here to whom it may concern. Also, this is to confirm that according to the German civil law, there exists a valid marriage between Charles Kwajufosu and Akosua Serwaa. The marriage was celebrated on 23rd 12 2020 2004 in Bonheim, Germany. It is a way me talk so kaya a certificate. And he said, Obi
can't say a certificate. I didn't say a certificate. Me say it was a letter to whom it may concern.
Nah.
He was just certifying. He was just saying, there is an ordinance marriage. There is a marriage that exists, an ordinance marriage that exists between these two individuals. So it was just verifying, say, yes, this is.
Mommy, but
nobody said it was a certificate. I did not say that. Saying that is patronizing.
Ghana Evidence Act 161 no so your procedure and as a processor with the normal free bruchiri eba with the back.
Thank you. Into no, I accept that. Into the man can say man can say there was, but yes, into the it is proven say there was a marriage, a legal marriage. It was proven. Well, man can say fine, or you go through system, you know, a young for red stamp and was young for blue stamp and was young and say, you know,
yes, original me pure.
Man say bini ho, and no, the other say bini ho. Marriage certificate, what does it prove?
Okay,
it proves that there's an ordinance marriage, right? And it has been proven.
Mamma go download DB. Netia Sama Court, the court can say. Besides the lack of certification and authentication, counsel was to bring the original certificate for the court to cite and compare. Cite and compare.
And Omo can say they did not have time. They did not have time to go through the whole process. Yes, they did. Lawyer Kusi did. Lawyer Kusi did. Lawyer Kusi did say, well, of course he did not put it in the judgment because he, of course, you know, she knew what he was doing.
It is part of no.
She did. Lawyer Kusi did, and Lawyer Kusi did say it's even the day before. Say, Omo can say Omo nya time, but the judge say Obe handle.
And you're not correct.
You know, you're not correct. Me part of you're not correct. You're not correct because German embassy near the kind that uko jina ha no me you do opama. Omo ye very, you know, their whole process is very cumbersome.
Ama kasa free judgment ni mo anasa kasa free the Lawyer Kusi e kind.
Me kasa free or no one kasa ni judgment na what kind of. Or no one kasa ni judgment na what kind of. It is now telling us that a consulate did send in a letter and verified that yes, there's an existence.
It's
you
never.
You cannot read the whole thing. You did not even read the whole thing. Moving forward.
93 of the paragraph, they say, let me state that the plaintiff should have attempted to certify the German marriage certificate, and by that she could have tendered in evidence, such as an attempt being a letter written to the Ghana German embassy requesting for that certification. Oh, lawyer, yes, I do.
Are you reading from the letter now consulate nature and so what are you reading right now?
Oh man, was a only document in me can't cry.
No, well, just tell me, please. Don't patronize me. Don't patronize me. Come on. Because because Alex is not ready to tell the truth. So young Koyeni.
You are the one missing the boat.
Ama, I think say we say back and forth we it's been going on for a while, and to be honest, most of lawyers are even in the path, and I say from my team legal wife, and I say my Akosua supporters no. Their course no, they are you are aware what really went on. What I say. And let's not go back and forth over this. And let's say be a fine one man or no. Obeka say okay, still on TSA, but most of them, or more at a point they came to realize, say there were two or few mistakes a Akosua a basa. What I say, let's not argue too much.
Mate, out of respect for you, Mate, no problem. Bye, but that's it.
We must also respect our courts, right? Adepa, Madam Fubi Elko US Embassy. Now, worry, Adepa. You say on for original marriage certificate. Adepa, wakofa no original marriage certificate and no deba. Adepa, there's no ambiguity. You could know what untimi nkwacheche consular and say, hano marriage certificate.
Was it verified or authenticated the original marriage certificate, right?
No, yeah, we are moving one at a time. Yen free the original presentation of original. What the photocopy call? What the certified true copy call?
Money flow. Why? Money flow.
No matter the copy he takes there, he dares not. In fact, my friend dares not submit anything than the original. Why? Because he knows that this country, they will not tolerate. If you take or if you get there and the consular says, yes, young man, if you are going to visit your wife, says, okay, let me see your marriage case. No, a photocopy. He will not accept it. He will throw you out. He will refuse your visa, and you can't do anything. Now let's go to the second point, Adepa. Here's the thing that people must know. See, we also think that embassies are so sacred, they're so sacrosanct that Bonnie be and me free homba. Adepa, we think say a holiday, only saints and angels are working there. Adepa, let us understand that even army headquarters, there are spies there, there are bad people there. Let's understand that those people also have a price. And so let's understand, say, if a document comes from a certain embassy or a certain department, let's not take it as if, say, it overrides all our laws and all the procedures. Adepa, some people are so connected that they can go somewhere and find documents that you may not be able to find. What has to see documents were many, but Alex and other people have all those documents. It means that some people are well connected than others. So Alex per se or BB will be a police station or court. He's so connected that you may think it's impossible for him to get it, but he may get that thing that you may wonder how is it done. And so please, the point I'm trying to make is say, see, these documents that consulate in Troy. The point is that the consulate writing doesn't make whatever the court is requesting for complete. The consulate writes as one layer. In fact, the certification is another layer. And the process for which it's transmitted is another layer. And the court makes sure, say, all these things are done to protect justice. So that tomorrow, if your sister works at the German embassy or the Canadian embassy, you cannot be able to go and, because you have friends there, you cannot go and get a marriage certificate or maybe get something certified and bring it to our court and come and trample on somebody's justice. Adepa, Adepa, you see, some of the things that have been said here today, I'm very, very surprised. Adepa, now one of the things I wrote there that I didn't get opportunity, which I'm so sad about. But today, let's proceed. Adepa, it cannot be true, that the marriage certificate was not, like the caveat was not accepted because of doubt about marriage. At the past we allowed it to go. No, I'm so hurt. And Smith also justify and say, well, antenna or ankasa no be ankasa another. All those things. Some of these things is very troubling because now some mama say, yeah, no ma, yet say near Troy, you know. I say BB, I say yeah, you know, but Adepa, see, no matter what happens. Adepa, make sure Adepa have tried and hey,
submission. Adepa na de bempa ma submission pa cho.
Lord, yeah, I'm not interruption. See,
me na de bempa
na no so class is here na obala. Okay,
Adepa, what Adepa ma me try so me say e be how.
On say ti o dey make am say. Onzo no be cancer. Also waka. We have to move on.
I'm moving on. Out of the things I wrote, Mamenka Adebako. Adepa, there was a certificate, there was a death certificate, sorry, bro, free, right? Democracy free. Adepa, there was a death certificate that was shown here.
COD now want to.
COD, Adepa, Smith, COD, whatever it is. Adepa, that was shown here. And it was purported, say, the barrier location. They some people try to play around with the barrier location. Adepa, let it be known, say that barriers, that death certificate, it was generated many months before Lumba was buried. And so the death certificate, the fact that you write something on the death certificate doesn't mean that that's exactly what will happen. And so if they had planned to bury somebody at a core or whatever it is, and they didn't bury the person, they buried at another place, you need to find the current, what I don't know if there's a current marriage certificate or something like that, but don't build a point on it as if people meant to deceive other people about the location for the burial. No. If you look at this whole process of Lumba's burial, it's gone through many processes. So if at the time they decided that they were going to bury them at a core and they use it for the marriage, they use it for the death certificate, and it has changed. It didn't change because people wanted to we all know what happened. There were a lot of issues, and it also came up that Lumba had left instruction where he should be buried. So these are all things that today we allowed it to pass, that some of us could not get a bite at it. My last point, almost instructions from lawyers. When the lawyers say that our client left us instructions, first, first, now you dream say a will. But let us also understand that instructions, when it's a lawyer says that they've left instructions, it can be many other things. There is nowhere that shows that if a lawyer says that left us instructions, it means that it is a will completely. It is Obiaka say adepa obano a mebro a memoir share first in a performance school. Now I imagine say a report. It could be the Aqualana exercise books. It could be various tests away, but it is not necessarily the child's report card. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. So the lawyer saying say the deceased man, the alleged left instructions. It does not necessarily mean say if they left instructions, it should be with the court. No, there's nothing that forces them to leave the instructions that the man did at the court. And it doesn't also mean that it is a will. In fact, my little reading while this whole conversation was going on has shown me that say there are even other things that a person can do while the person dies. At the moment, come back job quickly. Oh, quickly at the pa baby. At the pa me be too many tabs. Research. My be tabs the brain in my shadow na me bre. At the pa ode I mean course okay at the pa. Maybe me should be a feno. Inter VIVOS. Abusia forma makosku no monche me ade na momba me kakra. Inter vivos. Like, and that's a gift inter vivos. That if I read that, it means that tells me, almost say it could be instructions given, like gifts that a person gives somebody, like while they are alive. The person gives it to them while they are alive. And while I was doing my research, it tells me that while a person is alive, Obetimi catch a lawyer, I say all these things no. While I was alive, I gave it as gift, and just tell the lawyer, say I've given this gift to maybe Adepa, I've given it to, and there are documents to it. There are documents to show say me phone with me the amount Adepa while I was alive, me the child Adepa. Immediately I die. This thing I have. My instructions are that it was a gift I gave to Adepa, and so the lawyers know and all of this. Adepa, these are not things that they will go and lodge in a. If that Lumba left something like this instruction, you don't expect them to go and put it in a court. That's not what happens. And so if anybody comes here and says, "Oh, the lawyer said that they've left them instructions, and so technically they have to go and leave it at a court," at the point where I say, "Me and Rami say no." If there is something like that, if the lawyer said that they've left instructions, it must necessarily be a will. But if you read details deeply, you realize that no, it is not necessarily a will. And they are lawyers. If they wanted to say a will, they could have said a will. That's what they said, instructions. So don't force the lawyers or don't quote them blindly and say that because they said instructions, it's automatically a will. Adepa, see, Obi Obekase Odobroni's case was thrown out because her status of a wife could not be ascertained, or was thrown out because she applied on the status of as a wife. And so if she's thrown out, it could mean that her wife's status is being challenged. Let's understand that it does not exist like that. Even if it's like that, Adepa, in the law court of Ghana, the fact that you have a right doesn't mean that if you don't follow procedure, you will not be thrown out. And then my example, when I maybe my question say, you can have a right to something. It doesn't mean that if you don't follow the procedure in court, your right will still be given you on a. No, You can own something, the thing is yours, the money at the bank is yours. You are claiming it all right. If you don't follow the right legal processes in your court case, the thing will be denied you, not because you are not the good person, not because you are not the rightful owner, but because you didn't follow the procedure. And so if anybody tells you that somebody was thrown out because of the status, there could be many other things, and this is one of the reasons I've given. It could be generally procedural. I'm not saying I know, but I just want to put this across so that everybody clears their mind that you cannot be thrown out just simply because you are a wife, and the fact that you are thrown out, it means that you are no longer a wife. No, it could be procedural, it could be other matters. Adepa, so thank you very much. Now, Obiso and Kasabe.
Adepa, the okay no interview was no ye Latin word and Kasa. Na enema for I say ye hono say well interview was no bum trust. And he say lawyers intina na ye twen say ye nya abotre. Na lawyers no the instruction omo in the letter. Na nko mo famra. Enye sa sisi ya interview was ya akobosi. Ye taking on here because testamentary stuff bia ewo honum so how would people even take it? One kura no mo nyanti asim ye. Two, yes, I got the third one there. A be chaotic crowd ya moment. Ubisamia, I will just say ye nyabotre. Na nyoma bibri e metro jansa. Yes, confusion is just too much. But entesa very simple, and it's just a matter of time.
Okay. Pada maybe sao was it your friend say inter the purpose?
Intervivos.
Intervivos. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Intervivos now canon. Say bibi sao honoma can a person go file an early with the intervivos.
Oh yeah, internet just say it is so be tias and waka say oh me tias and me fie yama me fie ya me see
Hey.
they are mad like what they are children. All those things are gifts. What I say? Like I said, Otias and my instruction say, oh, me say, yeah, me witness me fee yama Alex and Amediama ARGH una be face obey ma as witness seminar me man me dia channel. Into those are all things that and no will. And I say just instruction I want say oh ampa me what me tiase no me de sanema we me fie we me de gifts a me diama and me watch we me diama makonta prince. Those are all things that the deceased person can just
maybe is it something written or any kind of record? Does it have any records with the interviews?
It will definitely have records. It will definitely have records. Yeah, it will definitely have records. Of course, he will definitely have some records that okay, this man said that while he was alive, he gave the house and he's changed the ownership for this person. He's changed this for this person, and we are witnesses that he said this, and he wants everybody in the family to know that or no. And or they sa a dine we are not sa we ma adepa because also not pay adepa or the gift or the ma adepa. That is an instruction or ujaho edema family no. So this can all be instructions as in how someone that the Lumba has left behind. It doesn't necessarily mean say a will. Me adepa of course. When say no, me catch or say me na me dream say a will. And in fact, even as of yesterday night when I was sleeping, I thought it could be a will. Why if there's a will? Why? But if you look at it technically, adepa, the lawyers never said a will, and they could have said a will if they wanted to say a will. You understand? And again, I stand to be corrected, but they could have said we have in our custody a will. Nothing stops them. But if they say the instructions, it means that the Lumba left them something like that. So let's give it some time.
And Adepa, just to add a little, it can also be in audio form. It can be in a video form. It can also be in a written form. You understand?
Okay. I think it's not a lot of person can.
Can I clear something, please?
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of people know. I have worked with Dada Lumba for so many years. I can say it on authority that Dada Lumba left trust, left written will, left video will. I can say it on authority. You can record this and mark my words, it will come out. Okay. Okay. Adepa, the reason why I came here.
I think you are breaking up, Kakra.
Me and
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's from Lord. Right, okay.
It's from Lord. Adepa me pacho sebi. Maami Akosua Serwaa Odobro ni enkwala no ebusua no. Yemfa respect emo mo kakra. Se obi ba social media na obeka nsem just throwing dust into people's eye me pacho. O page we are very credible. Let the person provide evidence. Se onipa no ba no be keka nsem
Yes, sir.
me pa cho ma me wie wa me wie sisia obi ba no be nsem akese na ontumi improve with evidence. I mean, where are we going? We should show respect to these people. We should not just take things for granted and then go around page to page and then behaving like we know that we don't know. I am saying it, say, Akosua Serwaa, I know him, I know her personally. Odobro, I know her personally. The deceased, I know her personally. Entino, yemfa respect imma say nipa we. Na yeba social media ni yebe kasa. Ma yem behave say, sebi. People call themselves lawyers on social media. Whilst when you check their background, sebi, who court school and now law school, it doesn't make you a lawyer because pass it out here. So it doesn't make you a lawyer to come on social media and then doing some arguments and you don't know anything about it. Sebi. How long does it take for a person to provide a marriage certificate? How long? But people still believe there is a marriage certificate. How long does it, how long will it take for somebody to go through this procedure? It's just 2, 3, 4 days. All this procedure will be done. Why is it that this thing is still not provided? And I say we have not seen it. But people go on social media claiming that this is there, this is that, what are we doing to ourselves? Why do we want to disgrace some family like that? Because of the gains, the little gains that we will get. So we will get up and go from one place to another, and then saying things are unimo now can some kese. Adepa, our page is first one. Now me yes or no. Let me go and check something and then come back. I don't want to mention this guy's name, but as somebody can say what can say, call to see that two obi document and I are watching here. Immediately, judge in the there will be a written somewhere. Court clerk and I say court registrar. You will get it. You are saying you move from court to court. Where is that document that shows this thing has happened? Where is the document? But you go around saying things that you don't know. Please, me particularly, the way things are going about this family, seriously, papa say you go.
No.
Adepa me pacho from now onwards. Obiaba hana obe cancel. Let the person prove with the document.
Including you, and approval. Also prove. So still back with authority say. Lumba yeah video. Also prove
exactly. Me watch on me Adepa.
Gucci Uber too, you know. Gucci Uber too.
Man was so bad 3 hours. Yeah, team
Adepa Gucci crowd told me.
Yeah, sebi emranchi bi wo social media they think they are loud. Who social media now kasa now you're louder. when you meet me personally, oh, massa, me ba ha me ne won kasa yi. Me ne won kasa yi. Me ne won kasa yi. Me ne adepa na kasa. Me ne won kasa. Debbie, have I called your name? Have I called your name? I'm not call your name.
But you are lying on all platforms.
Me Pacho, tell me the lies I've lied. Tell me.
How long does it take?
Lord Nyabote, which Nyabote, Nana Pacho Nyabote. Can I say, Mamen can we? Yeah, hasi, ya ba, yisunya de. Both factions ni na eba hasi. Obi asimbo honum ko bu honum awutwe wo ko maada ebi obi wo ka bibi na wote se asema nipa ye we kan die da ebi nya sanity me wo ebi a correct we na nipa ne timi froba na wa ba be ka say ebi asem we me challenge onye say na tie ni mu me say na tie most time wo the proof beba in the case of asema esi na ye bubu ho a besi sabe eye asema ekoso court em say Monday no ye mu bi kra ni nim pose sa ansem we kra koso even though him say an LA has been filed a long time ago and then caveat so eguso a odobo ni de ko ekoda court now kuntunchi media most of the time I ana obeka news a free ebia mama Akosua Serwaa na say mama bempoma abusua no camp na ebia wa be cheche mu de ya hemfie nsem de wo court nsem enam say me platform na ye baby a afani nyina bi ba ha na mo be che mo adwenti ne bi mo wan mo kutie o mo ba mo say adepane de news bi aba me say dey e bi o ma be kana bi ya bobo ho ya cheche mu a nti enwunwumre no ye te say sa news ya ba say caveats bi say ni nti in fact ye bobo ho na na say yes ana ma odobro ni team no na so omo so kwa ma ya basa kakra ti ano pe me ba ye Naija ye start say ye ka ho asem ene say Alex so de ba ya ono so ebeka say de bi nya sanity ni mumu no ye say ni now so be mu yesu ba so on so do share life for the man ma ono so be mu be che ono so say no court on say me di echiri we kura na me wo ho no ni mumu no for now untimi mfa eniema bi emetudwa or twen kakra until said the lawyers never man go ahead na emom na sem ni say tie ye no kre say yabo eye odobu ni caveat atwa bibi sa na evidence bebre o mo anomo ha me ne kasa me most time we be kasa me di kan interview ni pa no o kasa wi me somatoto na no na de wo no na waka de toto na no bebre me wie ye ono kasa man ho kwan ma adofo ebisa na questions entino se obeka so bi mfa evidence pa nipa no enye evidence biya na onipa no so oye willing so o de BBC beba o de beba ena say Alex kwa so kan en me na say okay ono so bibi an ko de betudwa ono so ka kire me say no ne lawyer say enema bia wa mo ama no ho kwan for now no betimi dia to for now the BBC no ye ntwen kakra enti say afani afanyina no this is the case ayanyina no bia is living in suspense obi twese bia binya paperwork bia na say document bi na yanyina yetimi agina so no yaka bibi yenya enya bi what I say ha enti no yentimi ka say o afa we di chinchina mo for evidence but afa we di chinchina mo so for evidence but de be yan say be twen kakra e be nya abotere na e be say ya no nsu
adepa asema wo kasisi fantastic. But the problem is, at the end of from Mudana, near Obia Bekan wa Canada, and Namu from them, or more GD, or more GD. In Tinka, only pan start at the end of Babayan or saying the lawyers man of mine say, on for documents and out. You put the person on board. Who got that with documents, sir? Then you come me about
another me about Madam Pacho me. Enye e can say was starting yana or cancer asem. What I say, and nyame me platform into no be breaky sa news no. E news a o maka ye ka ho asem ifinra. Ena me platform dey me come say ye breaking news so me ha most times no we don't have the first hand information. Ye dey ne say bia obi come asem ne bia ye ba be tena ne ya analysis. Asem we so dey be waiting we say dey bia say we dey nya say net ne abobo ho most times no. Men kai the last time a bia first hand information be by me breaking out. Why? Because me take Ghana and me ni obi so wo Ghana wo ye adwuma mama ka se wo nkɔ hɔ. Because of that in me pese me kwakɔ kan asɛm bi na kyerɛ na enye no korɛ. However, afan ne koka afan we so koka na ya betna ha before cry I be hu say true ne beba na ye yakasa kwebu a yetimi agese say we dia half for the na mo kan be dey everything I know. This is what we do here. But what must I say?
Yeah, better what say. Adapa na me kyerɛ say. Ɛnyɛ sɛ hwɛ o page we me tem bia me wa se ho me tie wo saa. But me point ne say already such issue and I say all cancer. Oh, we should put these people or this family. I mean, you respect your mokakra. It's like me who as a man campo. Oh, you respect your mokakra. Adepa court procedure. So court, not judge. My verdict be and I say, or my judgment be. I need a swa. Judge, nya sorry pe. Oko registrar how me. Oko registrar now catch a registrar now. Obema copy. So yet days, minutes, ubenya copy. It is a who say call to home. And your verdict now. What stops you to go to the registrar and our court clerk to get a copy? Who adepa who need Ghana? So it's very difficult for you to get such documents. Wow. But ubi or what court or what year? We are interested. Oh, a historian.
I think say I just say my few days kakra.
Matthias, moving forward, yes, say, say, we press idea we started ya. We won't say a nipa be bree, and you may be home be jai, will be can't say your own proof.
Adepampa chawadaruma mamenko wadaruma platform mwa was mesremo mamenko kakra adepameti mako
Lord so beto me
pa chaw ma santina me pa mo chaw no mesrew edika on it seems say unim adepa and now I confused more unim the time I confused adepa temenka
Bruni and Jeff.
What am I?
Miss Kasa, Lord Kasa.
Okay, at the permission, am I confused more? When the time I confused. Answer. I'm funny now. On papa, you can say, young respecting Lumba, any Abusiano, which is like very good statement. Okay, what Kroya was Abejina say. Yeah, obi ba at the platform so no be cancel on proof evidence. Who ni pakoya say jina ka chere say obetima can with authority. Na me name the kind of authority now no. I was say or obetima prove say Lumba e wo video de ben ayi well as again. Moreover, how long does it take say wo so ana wo kasa no? Ubetimi ayi ombetima yi how long does it take? On say the BI Kasabi, asofo on say the BI wo asofo mabi wo who say ya no mo ya nkola bone kakra unim de enti sa ya no mo papa no bi o asofo no bi no hypocrite ebi ne papa we the same platform a ugina so Semedina tema mesro on fan chama bia na anko yi
Lord oni hanti untimi nkasa
why don't you give your submission?
Okay, mamenko straight adepa on say Yesu baba yi ma fan say Yesu ba mimi ko tie masem fi Yesu ba ne kontonchi ho mi ko tie free ho no etimi dia minim say omo ye nipa meji omo dia me support omo e na ma fan say ye nyina ye de ka asem ti alas kra ba na me putu no questions eti nyame adom na Yesu ba e bae etimi dia na minim say eye me de eti dia na me hia free Yesu ba wa say at least eye court document am fan say eye ruling na aba ye nyina ye ni age enti kadia ka obetimi dia kanta Mr Alex kra am fan say kebe ma ye bibia so atwa kanya ne say ye sa de we ene say nke bia yi no document na o ka so de be send o no okay e bia nya ready eye ready na nke bia o de amount ne ehun say document ni e kire say this is the ruling in this case ni say nya sa ruling na ye betime hu de ntia e bi kra ya bo agu sie monwu yo ye behu Mr. Alex so ba begina e bai ono so se entesa me busa Mr. Alex se entesa dia ene amusu munyi shoe statement so obeka on se omko court for regards to your friends sa injunction no on say your friends odobroni lawyers ne be kan say ye the injunction to bibia so omuntimi nya bibia ententem na lawyer ba ko no be kan ta say that is not the case ebi na abayo say obi ato asema gum framam ana mo ba say ade ne nya tu
omo be issue lord omo be issue statements I think say menya na
what am
menya information say enwure na
anti ma men kama
be release statements
anti ade pay say na omo issue ya ne yamfa ne say omo issue enti say wunya issue dia ene na nka even Mr. Alex Cross so no and say oba because say me fan say Yesu be ba no de na evidence bi ba ya ke bia Mr. Alex abe trofo say I me gina high no with honestly I'm not going to believe anybody unless say me who document court ruling
you have the right to say so.
Yeah, because it seems that they are getting everybody confused. Obi by us make with authority say me wo a fence video the deben like never be Lord oh, I depend on yes, I know I can because I shall be a man. I drop me, I make a say.
Oh, no, yeah, Casa one now to try and for one.
I depend Nipan or to go remo. Or no buy also be to go rem. Also, the to go rem, who crash a bibia.
I think you have to any cacra, won't be you any
cacra. The bar 200 dollars, so you're Lord. Me so ma me mo rem me tell bibia
there be Gucci and rules so adepa
I do me so
no over to me wa ha unless you are asking a question yes I their submission there over to me please
oh yeah sure
yeah over to me me wa ha
unless be I will say no
because some wait na so atenti na by anyway
ebi o ha no say na ye omonka so mo kro no nzara bro no mo submission na say
bempa no mo me be 3 hours no mo dina me kwa de papa abada da be compare baby tana
we gina ho ache bo me so mama Gucci gina ho ache pa
ebi o adepa Gucci be to me
okay we dey kata na na de kasa we no kasa
okay say Lord we
Maria, to the call
on Takra Massamisha.
I'm a question. I'm a question.
Hamitio.
Question, man.
Lord, or that and now Bible out taking care of the Conquajima platform. And Ra, Ocean, boss, or no dear. O Carlo to Crenton for, or yeah, not to. The Lord way, and then I never come Mamembo abaso no kwase me nipa o kan okra mepe when no gira de Yesu benum ka chen say we di no ya pa e ma mani Jesus asem
ansa na adepa ma me kwan na me won sem bebrebe adepa ma me kwan
adepa ya ja me say o si kwase de pan fa umra because e na wo
see me too much because asem bi wa mum yan kan ye
I don't like it when a guest come here
na I am a fan
but me tiase and I don't me pesa what am I say guest aba or try say ye do na omo amutie ye no do so chen ye kakra na e wo ha no what am I say
adepa na me tizi no na me pesa
meba
sometimes no sa obisi akweka asema obisi attack obi no etimi trigger obi ane se do city obi wo ho no ma obi on cafe obi wo so abosa na amana koma kran ne ya what am I say intina ana me perspective
be attack asemi ba ye nyina because
sometimes we loud is loud oh you loud kaka udi no am say LD kan inti oh you loud kaka inti sometimes the way I will be question no ana many part to be say so ha what attack no intina ana
platform is watching adepa ya ba platform isu ache unim se de misikasa enya se abufuo
me de minimum ti lord me de minimum but bisa won say guest ne dodo na mu audience na wo so no mu ni wana what am I saying
adepa se wa mama me anwie me de me meka wa hwa me kan finfia na akoba sa asem na meka na bia na nya because me no sa asem na meka na me explain say wo kura wo na wakoho it is our questions when you know Mubusa on Bogu now.
Lord, I mean, me question.
Me di.
My question is say.
You answer the question. Miss question here.
Also, Busame.
Maybe another wrong question. Maybe that question. Won't answer you. To me, that question.
Answer your question. Maybe assuming train.
Okay, Lord question, Mr. Lord, we pass. Yesuba, asemi kofa ba nyina no uhwe mu a emfri odobroni camp efi ukonto nchi ne Yesuba ho ne bai.
Exactly.
Na ene Yesuba eba platform iso. Ebe keka se bibria na ye hwehwe se obi onu ne di kan ehu ade bo ohu dawuro de. Ye betimi anya se bi o nyina so bi o de kan nsem. But
me
okay
oba
nsem
na
akoso nyina.
Me oba na
me pacho beba. Okay ni nsem a waka nyina. And then overview no me at the point I say yen hwenu ene enumra na so kira kra no
question
ama masin kra doubt no di kire say o ka say the telephone number bobo platform we so say at the permanent high na document no or the red pen sign no or di nyina kire o screen we so say o be send say document na ma the point say dey bi na mo say aka kire en say e be be enumra na so kira no pa nti me pese say no kure no Yesuba on record no do de kire no e different thing na say I feel you train judgment in Kunankasa.
Okay, me da wini me di no kurani. Se every na nkosichna. Na se ebia menti bibia say ye wo court ruling bia e indicate say ya bo odobroni asem na gua no kurani. Wa hwa obehu me your platform we suba obehu me different. Obehu me different as in say unhu ba bia me gina because it seems that people are playing with our mind. Honestly, both sides. People are playing with our mind, and if you don't take care, because this could have been just something simple. Other than just some nipa koko, never see the new obia koko on the original bibia. It even cross my auntie says because ruling no, ye nyantra mama unyai. Yet ya say, unless so baby drew or no so say yes, lawyer mama quite semenka. It seems like the two parties and everybody is playing with our mind. And now, because of the technicalities, I use no. Obi kasakura no akase baby. Nani I be kind there because me some of us no. So oba be general can I'll push you with a lot of questions which maybe a because said the alpec oba say too harsh. But how I just want to know. Sabi anyankola we can read and write. When you are coming to tell us something, one say first your bad platform this one. I did more the documents near the me I'm somebody. I can read and write and understand, but I don't have time for certain things. It is a moka, na se bia mo tizi me se me nim kan ne ade nyina me ha me because me nim se me pese me hu amehu. Enti me no ya kan se me ya papa ibai, I am a damani age because me nim se na ko be ma less knockout. But here is the case, knockout na ma. I know na me my disappointed. Tina na de pa make catch say ka o ma me wie ma asem na make kan nyina. Kananke be twati antika Yesu be sa aba no ko be ka kire say either say okay ade ne ma ye ma me kwan enti wo de ye ma no konkon sa you can believe it or not na ya te ase ba we de mom ya tena ho na ade enti ba mi wa ye nyanya ade bia kire say ade no kwa rule na o mo kan ye no ya rule bibi but still mu creative perception say ade na ba me ya bagu ade enti ne ya bagu ye oh
Silas as more bekai any Yesuba dear bekai. Omuna could point to say. Silas say a year 2 year transfer case never Kumasi their bank line. And a call to Nabu. It's on record, Sana Silas guy. But Yesuba do see case ya bueno actually the concan about to near bo or do brody caveat and so to
exactly.
It is so probably a person prove the year. No see about do brody caveat not to a good. Or then no car say, waiting that any other up to now on pensing.
Oh, me
this ever connected.
Did ya all can me jitum because men a honor na me jidio. Etikanan ko be me good and I say a tear for a canning in a good say. Ko bet me ya me in a who sampa assembly and okre. As I'm speaking now with you because when him ya now be our say when you mean near. Na jidia me cry me what nanipa wa cry who bet my John Waddy. There be. Enti sa wono ye gidie keke na mo pese ye gidie ya adwuma de a Yesu no kura na ye di na chini ntimi ngi ni ndimwie ane abagi ni padi enti so want man prove bibi a kire court sampa ya ade no ebia ya wuli ampa ya boa to agu a me de me nua na make cho say free china kono adepa me ba ha better I sound different the obi apɛ on come me ko gina ba bia na say bet there is a saying I'm going straight wo ba na wo ye odobro ni wan ka no kra I will tell you point blank wo ye a fence team league na wa no kra say are wo pa e de re ha mo me ntwe so e mo me ntwe na bibia nwe ya mo pre mo ho ba ka asɛm ma ye ho ye de sa ye de that is my problem
Lord Pacham Damu. Pepacho. And no crana was hwehwɛ sisi no cra pan dear. Me catch us no crana enya mpie a but as some bad nese double eba out there. Obia was see ebe kana dear. Enti obi beka wo de tie na re ayini beba. Enkase bia wo beba wo betene ne echna wo kwate no cra pan na obuafu. There be both side no. Na utie both side na se no kwan ba. No one say oh seven no mu twantro. Oh asem ya bai no kwan de me pa cho me nua be ma. No kwan untimi hu emfiri ba bia. Ba no kwan ankasa be firi wankasa wo ho. Wankasa na esa wo de wa adwene.
Asam no waka no.
Yes.
I was here the asam sonen se eniema so. I was here the adwene ni yenyansa sonen eniema so.
One I saw
I don't just get it. Say, adewe easy tinaka. Adena was say ye bibi eden. Asama ya ampano. No credit adena was say ya ade eden. They say the papa kai, but me ya the person man nko. And so you come man ko enye yi. Who say like take how long na was obi di certificate ba. But meanwhile, oh the same nipa na was abegina was me come with authority. Like once I was more confused. Lord,
my
Gucci. And we interject me power. Gucci man. Okay, yo, at the panny at your phone, I'm chair will be dear men so me can say, said the young Naya Kano. Ghana for and a Sebi, way Lumba Semua Bay case study a young Nayusia. Enti se will be a misleading judicial system and also all misinforming the entire Ghanaians. No, I believe, sir, the judicial system should take such people on. I was say you take you on one. That's a damages being. I was say you place you on them. I did two almost because Sabi, ye mle na system e Ghana no. Untimi said ye beya ube please wafa enti no untimi mebo usire mu me ka asam asabi eni emra fie ho na wabeka ye ne sa ye say ye generation no enti no we are challenging the judicial system in Ghana say moving forward so will be the information from court from legal perspective ba na ye misleading, na ye misinformation. It was a such person, no, you're charging with damages. It is say ye wanyo, say ye subo, say ye wanyo. Now or the information ba, na ye show me information no the buy no, and misleading ye again. As I my misinformation, it was a court needed damages a fatal no by the Criminal Offences Act, no, ya the 20 pa cross so a dabwa a sanitize your system no. Obi sorry ya nam said lion ni and no maybe about 2 amani intino. No aboni sire maso mic. Now ato internet. No about 2 foot to guyani. Say wa ufi asama fine. Wa ufi asama fine. But a bano legal matters there and we will treat it legally. It is some of us we are challenging the judicial system in Ghana. So omoshe now on sanitize the environment system no said the beya obia money tirim e money sirim e me ka asem said the beya ye bebodondo na ma beto nwom abo ese edi nachi. That is not what we're looking for. Again adepa me say wa awaresem enti na no so me no maybe wo personally I do not understand. The amendment here and say Ebanu Mami Akosua Serwaa. We all know, Mimi say, I know, say, Mami Akosua Serwaa was once married to Mr. Shindler. Enuntino, she bears the surname Shindler.
enu nti ne ma na omu di kan no kra no omu ekura saa papa ni din ena ordinance marriage no said ye nyina ye nimu no eye once at a time enti se maami Akosua Serwaa eni Mr. Shindler ware wo ordinance dia time bay ena woni Daddy Lumba so ware ordinance because there can never be two ordinance at the same time enti oni Lumba wo ho no the enti amio mimi hu ni se the enti ane man kura de Shindler ne se oni Lumba wo ho no na wa ware won krata so with Mr. Shindler enu nti wo a woni Lumba anyinsan awo no na Mr. Shindler mum edi na abeto Calvin ene ni nua ba na odi na chi no so just because woni Mr. Shindler na ware enti time bay ene oni Mr. Shindler jaaye enu nti e ma no ho kwan e ma oni Mr. Lumba Daddy Lumba koye aware again what I also believe when he say Mr. Shindler no until say obewu no na woni Maami Akosua Serwaa eda so ware enti no asat now Maami Akosua Serwaa eda so je Mr. Shindler ho benefit a your friend widowers benefit enti therefore oware na kopim ni wubrem anu nti woji widowers benefit enti da ben ena Maami Akosua Serwaa ni Lumba so ware ordinance anu nti no all per certificate bi aba still na wonya emfa mai ti me common sense kire me say there was never an ordinance marriage between Daddy Lumba and Akosua Serwaa. That is what I believe. Eti uhwemu a ebetimi aye editing Photoshop bi ene ye certificate bi di be prove Ghana. But wohwe Ghana Criminal Offences Act. Ghana Criminal Offences Act 1960 Act 29 no it said if you provide a false document to court, you can be charged maximum for 10 years imprisonment, minimum of 3 years imprisonment. And again, we are also challenging the Ghana judicial system. Say they should do diligence. Now, moving forward, Obi Ankofa false documents, I supposed. Obi Ankofa a supposed document to be a enye genuine enfama. It is a tesadia court to nishishum. Now say if indeed it was a false document provided at the court there, then the Ghana Criminal Offences Act 1960 Act 29 no yafanya adwuma. Madam say.
Yeah. Okay, Michia Obibia.
Pacho, more question.
Oh, di me Pacho, what did so more than a year? So,
senior Pacho, as some kind we want to miss a bit, son Pacho, Mr. Wa. So, what question the best man would give us? Why, Pacho?
Mammy, and money fast.
Or the mammy miss a question, whatever. Mr. Wa, to say be not what's it for my job. Pacho, senior, what are more? One analysis, you know, a opinion there, but me perceive be our same way. Based on commentary in your platforms, various platforms, so that Lumba Shia, Maami Akosua Serwaa, Emo Yifia Wari, a court, Ejitum Selmu Wari 1991. Now, that time, also, not 1989. Na Maami Akosua Serwaa, Eshia, Yen Papa Shindler, our name Eti was a worry. On my warriors to Germany, only a year of friends, a customary marriage. Nemo one believe in civil marriage. It may be semi bisa say. Sa ware na yem papa Daddy Lumba ni Maami Akosua Serwaa be ware wo Ghana no. Sa ware no e valid na. Masem bisa bibisa on.
Okay, with our CD. On say Ghana there, we believe in both marriages. Yeah, customary no. Enti no as at now no there. According to court judgment nearby and say Daddy Lumba name Maami Akosua Serwaa aware customary, which Ghana traditionally and legally na yajitum. Enti no me jina judgment ne so dia meka se Maami Akosua Serwaa ni Lumba aware efie aware.
Minya, me pacho. Question na obisa won o say eba se your friend say Maami Akosua Serwaa ene Shindler omo wale 1989 na 1991 ombo wale fia na se emra edi wo mo ana so ai ordinance ni twa efie di ni mu na omko court no oma anhwehwemu na ase ho no ye basa emra
okay
di
to
wo mo ana
opa chese ansa woni DL baga na beye customary no oni Mr. Shindler aware ordinance wa Germany dada
aha no opa bisa opa kire
okay so it is sad ya no kra no sa aware na enyina because why your ordinance dia emramu no emma ho kwan say why your ordinance na wo sa na obi nso kra beye any form of marriage bia after ordinance no is invalid.
Nese me pawacho ti German law no anase German for fani out to say no one Shindler wale no wasaba wale efie nese yenya evidence nese eba out wa punishment be nese German the punishment me Akosua Serwaa some punishment ni kwasa some punishment.
Okay the minimum ni say me read German law no but ordinance abrocha ye way die ordinance only it is a ordinance. Now, I believe, say, there's a penalty for that. If we want to search, we'll be able to search, say, indeed, say, na mami Akosua Serwaa ni Mr. Shindler waria. Then was Ghana customary. And no, you bet him, ama yahu the penalty Germany. Because Ghana, said the American, and no Ghana nyintu mu say, ordinance biawo or muntem. Of which I believe, because my analysis here, my media, won't be Mr. Shindler worry, and Sani Lumba and Sun San worry on Krataso, and Yajuma. Ain't you know what
Mr. Shindler, and in Krataso?
Said I want Krataso until I'm an 90 minute Lumba and worry ordinance that. So there was never an ordinance marriage between DL and Akosua Serwaa. Sana mimi.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Me tia we be every say I or throughout the whole afternoon and I be at the sun program you packets here. Say Bibrina see na used to buy no na on the back ye tis so be proved. Papa be also or a lawyer your friend say Alexi. Ebegna used to say although Brony a file caveat. Na me pacho e si Alex ho kwan se obam ye hunu caveat na odobro ni fali e de ewo mu
Me pacho Alex in class. Me pacho Alex in class where lawyer, please.
Me pacho say
Alex in class where lawyer.
Ayo, Debbie also was here said
yeah, or trainer
sue lawyer ma obi ba me case ono ye lawyer de e no de wo twebe no akwaya wo de me kama asem also ye lawyer Alexi obi area fi say be busa no say ono so odobro ni krata na sabio wo de ahye na motuo mo say eye file free document courtroom no enye na si ono ho kwam ye hunu caveat no de tue mu a odobro ni di court o se ono so e de kwakoto ellen so enu do obi review but obi abegina and ono na be kan ye Yesu ba so ono de ba unless su kra o si documentation na motu but ono no de obi say ono de no fanse ho na ye nkoya nim it's what is good for the goose is also good for the gander enti ono ye ntwa hongu misremu until say obi ade be ba no ye ina ye be fa ne say ya tiri bi sa na ye nkoya nim de toso Akwayo bayi also ono wo eye evidence eno or ye truthful ma me hu bi da
Your friend Nanaba nti akwa no den why
papa no Nanaba say wo platforms are they have freedom to your omko aye so omuso mo oye muso omo questions it na omo aka egumu a na omo asoro hoko at least I had the obi atimi candidate na true questions akwa papa sorry etimi eka say onu na Lumba edisika ma no koma eye ora eye the Lumba de ni boy nu cry friends jabin fosu en wodi nam no okoba the same money na nabai ena Roman father so say yes Roman father na Lumba so disika ma no e de man kwala etisisi an ya binya nipa mienu o mo na e kire say Lumba ma omuska say yemfa nsuma nkwala no but obi refi to ask papa ya also what evidence to that effect say ska saying na Lumba de emma no bosumi bia na de mane dwabin fosu one prove an e kire say ono na say ni ska ma eye nkwala no because Lumba na ne ska no ma no e de koma eye maame Akosua Serwaa e wo Germany no eno no enso a o ntime improve by na wa begina ha editra entity me pa macho social media na e wo ho no sabi yeah nya akonya e bia oba be kasa wo platform abetima so live no it doesn't mean say the people out there now listeners no sabi prebiasa you can be playing with their intelligence how because you obeka bia no ye mu bi de ye kai ye betima busa questions no said the Muslim feel say Obiaka Bibia obetime busa questions no the same thing omra no me say amount to na Lumba de mano any how many times any means are no faso de comma you have been for so Germany. He's been going hovering from one place to the other. On non platforms I would also they be I would detro on Tigana Tio Nana Bay Pape on Tigana. But he wants us to believe no Shinana narration said something happened in Germany.
Now Gucci had an aware personal attack.
And personal attack. I'm questioning his intent on no so no quarrel for na meches or no quarrel for auditro. And I'm giving you evidences to that and instances a wakas answer no. On one kai or see any onuni patotio obi antie began of amuti ono no tigana but ono no see or my yen narration asema si wo Germany adwabin fosu maame Akosua Serwaa and that Lumba omuye close pass no ono tigana say yen nti ono narration bi ode beba to the point say ono no che say Lumba aye oye enya Akosua Serwaa ni mu tro ono tigana o and he's giving us this narration say yen ntie me ba cho said oba say obi ba yen question na num asem no enu ti na me so me di to ha dia man say the same to on kwade ndie mimi hu ni say eye west si obi a because o kan sem ni bebre wo di trankasa to the point say akwa we sorry papa na number facha me enye so dia ambi display o say last time Lumba koye program me say enti na me say ni kwa so obi age na asem di or you're truthful and I'm going to give you the or see Lumba ekoye show I think say Kofori and the last show refi be o year no Lumba na on fele fine and he could not perform with a year your friend is saying a year show now or into a call backstage na backstage no call no omo kofre maame Akosua Serwaa Germany say hey Lumba I said, he's not feeling all that well and says, yeah, but you didn't go hospital today. Papa, he said, Mammy Akosua Serwaa catch him say, Lumba, they say, Nyamina, Abuano, and go woo yache. Muntio, me say, oh, you're true for say, Obia.
Gucci, Tio, but I say, Messer, one tinny, what done in the crowd. Oh, so Mukwe program of Phobia.
Aha.
And a Lumba, Odina said, name, or mother by him, or could have what you call Phobia hospital.
I know myself,
Charles, I could have heard number one to do. Yamina, I am not doing a second.
Baba, as we are, but I'm not a king, Papa. Me catch yourself, Mammy Akosua Serwaa number. I am putting it to only number. Oh, baby, and he no go deny a call, and Obi call on Chiana so or Tidia, Mammy Akosua Serwaa TV Kai. I just somewhere you catch him and Kuala and yen pay for a piece. A adasem or maybe person just on your credible. On your credible. And many manusino. Caveat in the moon sem. Mammy a year atabna. Your true woman. Lawyer Lex, my dear woman. And I'll see ye mongu ya on also sound who cry ruling in be because I dear back when negotiate our court. Yes, to Baba candidate said, ya bought out to Ninagu. Momo say and yano crack no for evidence. But meanwhile, as some now can caveat now to have not the coin. The same as some cronoir and to the fact eye ruling na wo kura na wo che say ya mo angu no fa beto abonten enye asem no nyina no ne titi enye no ano no say I say when they are killing off but nipa dodo na twi o mani ewa yi obi anu dodo na ewa ha na mo banyina and I do to provide every lawyer Alex yes say we need him said the eno na this screen atutu ayi so a wo kire documents ni bi o grandpa Alex nkwa na say be producer e se na motom obi ehunu ba bi efiri a eba onu nkwa eno koye ni so no a otimi bie so kire Ganafo ye nim ba bi ansem me pato dia emu dia which judgment because there've been several court cases Akosua but
my legal wife no and no that is the copy he has and he's reading from it is your public information it men concession motuom no call ayi ukra betimi print bi dia show motuom sir why let's respect him
oh there be say asema me kai me no mani bo ha
Gucci no question ma wo
o chirimu
Gucci
enti nana me na di asana beba no enti yes obayi nana aba say na di no mu fa chem nana o dem friend nana yes atro no ayeyi e na me dey na
atro no dey you free na kase one ni
no because mama instances me you aba my dear
right
mama instances
okay the
Lord me pacho Mr. Obi asem bi obeken wo ha bia ba ka wo dey Mr. Woni dey kwanso Mr.
Matia
why
no
waka kiss Alex Pao so maybe if
it's a fact
waka Alex to on can Alex attack no
no I won't say I never
Gucci
answer na obeba mdi ni pacho
Mr. It's na me say can be obi ba kan wo wasem say the obi ba ya obeche wadwa ne nya so ba kan di wudi meme attack obi wasem waka
any na ayi Gucci wa attack na number so many
because I'll give you me what recordings no me
Adepa why man I late because why
Adepa
ya me apologize
me for the way Obi kai me wo computer you record it go be computer so me apologize for the way
Adepa man bisa me question why now de onye
ni pa me mu asem so on nti yesre obi mu ye nyina yesi en fa no plan
to da wo ba ka wo de
Mati wasi Adepa mpato Mati wasi ba on say ono no buy no o trespass here and the same man
and I make sure say ono o de me say kan wo de wo ba wo submission na be ma me do bi ateme mu bi akwa mu
bi atem me ndi obi
e bi ameka me so
who you me bisa no question one
wa step e mo
Mati
kan wa step so
Mati
Gucci me pacho me question de ma oni pacho nya botre ti de ba Mr. Wo se obi e de asem kokoto se osusu se bia emfa ne se ono e na kai we ene dia neso obi agina chie se enya wo dia ususu se hwan ne se kire se e we prove se ene dia
sa busa question obi di asem court
o de asem court se kai ye wo we media na obi su be challenge se enya wo dia wo na wo court no o no han ne se prove se ka na ene dia
obi be challenge se I can't
enya wo dia na court mo akonya se chiri de nti aka de odia hwan umi no hwan na sit me prove no yonko
debi o na on what basis na nipa no ebe fiti preko pe a ode ba be kase court I can't
man fa mama kuza se wa de prenya example mama kuza se
because the question here because obi henti me sorry
ke me ba se debi enya na play this about him say me mouse scenario me so de se mama kuza se wa de na hwan na say prove so yere
there's so prove some Akosua Serwaa na prove so
very good it may be so eba yesu ba mu die yi some e fa court no why anim na o say ya bo caveat at ego
yesu ba na ka say ya bo caveat and o say
yesu ba me ba church nya botre yesu ba ka church say ya bo caveat ego uji di na wanye di
me who document intino me ntimi ka say 100%
maybe say simple question ugidi ya na wanje
and I make sure say I have not seen that document to that effect. Did
I ask you, say, have you seen it or not? I
No,
said,
I have not
did
seen.
you believe
I
it
don't have
or
the
not?
documents. No, I have not.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let me still ask this question. Nanaba, how born in Unim so Ghana, that's only Ghana.
Well, on the case of Ghana, Mitieno, maybe. So maybe another form in the air.
Happening in some of the platforms, I went to me crown fast single and give crown my camera and toes. I'm say we now okay. Meba. When TV crown for camera and toes, that dear Miss me can't fan and about evidence in you. It also say one in an aban, one in a meba. Also, one in an aban. Different men on them.
Oh, maybe difference will in Tembe. Difference will in Tembe based on owning some of what I say. Or on a year, sign some no kind be breeding Yama music. No,
and some no kind, who back our platforms and Yanukre. What TV be a bet, say, do kind and Yanukran.
And I'm a call to our riot show, so, and I know this uncle Mammy Gnasso. So, yes, I had my show.
Then be so say, who not or no, so or not can I say,
yeah,
Panisemi Macasem Woka, Pussy Minica. What you prove me say Minica now? What you prove an abandoning some kind of Yanukran?
And because all the band one for proof beyond man, the same man to do them so they are man.
It's not
based on this work and the
Oje say, on some hours who have become as a CA. Then another baby and a beer and why it will be a bit more common.
David, and you be because my call to, but so call Ryan show.
Who go to them?
And I be sure baby your cancer no. D.
Never walk a cancer, move to improve Sanyanukre. Then I would have
about the whole show in Mikobo.
But the person will take on record say, after those who can say we don't be Bemwa. You do so make drunk and won't say, ya could see baby. Ojeton's idea.
Oh, why not? So everything that you say is subject to scrutiny. Yeah, it's subject to scrutiny. Yeah, it's subject to scrutiny.
I'm a question B. D.
Mini Aguchi, one say,
on so bad.
Me massa.
Before we have some Anabaka ye crown. What's one kind exactly? The then just say no kind of riot shows, you know, and hear exactly what you know. I person would no just
because let me tear me, Bema.
What you can't be here, what you can't be you. What can no what can be a tea? So I say Lumba, or what Nico Basse, I answer no kind. Also, what Nico Hospital, what can get this here?
Or see. Lumba eba backstage. Me tieno. You who send a home fano. Ena omuye si fan in co hospital. Man, cause backstage on your co here no make a hospital home. So
hospital.
Oh, hey.
One can. Me na me be correct. You say what see me no what you say. No see
you know to drain board so.
Yeah, me person prove and say or see omo frame maame no asem no ho na me point ni nyina.
But you want to be prove
so
be
my tell say one for you say me real fee baby okoye show na mo chese ko for I'm okay. I was listening. It's been a couple of weeks now. And all chire mu aka akosi say the point I know person or emphasize wo ho no e say obegu maame no fi say maame ye nipa bone because omo frame no o say Lumba nyame na a friend say Abuano or that's what Tia feels. I should not be boom. I'm not
say Mamma
Bush and Nibianti and among comfort man.
And I see. I said, okay. Mamma Bush for a yes, Obia, the Cabi Hanom reply Nipano and gave a free so
Gucci.
No, he was not saying. Man, cause I said, Nyamina, Adom, no, me was what's it because who know TSO showed me. One cause I said no. Was it not the main point? And no person or you showed me any body for
Gucci.
Why you be on mute yourself?
Gucci, me patch me what question now. The question is say. I some now okay, or can I the platform so and I say, or can a different platform so?
My dear. Or can a different platform?
I don't know why I say. Asema ya kana wa.
I say. I dance for the Papa Chominka. Also, don't know. They all listen to me.
Gucci me ba. Asema obi asem so platform so match your farmer.
Yeah, Mati me da say bia when next time. Yeah, but I say they've all confirmed. But me busa omo ti say omo mute omo say asem no the main point ana papa no person making
No, that's the respect for the
obu
platform.
ma me hu fin
Who
but
kasa
also
you
omo timi
kasa.
answer
you may see yen so why I
Mate,
want to ask you.
enti no man kokora na masa exam ma to question am omo so omo on mute omo no omo kasa omo yi anu maye say na nya ma me no ogu ne hu fin a why
me pa cho me question.
Obi beba me pa cho bin kasa.
Me pa cho me question. Gucci. I think say o kasa do na o state say Alex ebe kasa e wa ma prove bia. Me pa cho Mame Akosua Serwaa court case no. Ruling about no. Do you know say na all the ruling ni nyina ne proceedings ni nyina na e wo out averages e wo internet a bit ma download di obi a bit ma nya access. Do you know that?
I know that, yeah.
Okay. And do you know say there say Alex eya na oba wo show no. Do you know say a copy of court case and eya na wo show? Do you know that?
Well, I can attest to that 100% because phone is na it was yenkwa ha
Okay.
I cannot.
Instead you can't Mate, don't worry.
Yeah.
So do you also have a copy of the court case? Do you have a copy?
I think I have it on my computer, yeah.
I didn't hear you. You said
I think I have it on my computer.
so the ones you said you have, and if you have read it, if you compare to what Sir Alex, always what he shows, does he contradict with what is on the real or the one you have? Does he contradict?
And I made sure say on me on you be a tie nipa and I be a okoro na ma koto so e baako.
So you are saying say how can we say
yeah
and some about will be okay no. And I'm using that to ask you a question say
So, Mr. Monpenifo.
Yeah.
Masa baby, me say, yen discuss topic in a way.
Yeah.
It's something now.
Yeah, and you know, yeah, that's it. What can I say? Yeah, what can I say?
And then, with Timmy can say, we, and met me percho, which next time, Mr. High and yes, I don't know how to can answer on power.
No, Matiwa say, but you see,
because I had no one.
You are right. You are right.
So we have to know 100%.
No, you are right. But on say they're not. And Matiwa say, they na me can say, oh no buy no, already discredit to be. By start saying this.
If I want you to move forward.
Until I make a chat, but Mateo,
I think it's a question has to do with at the part a friend say yes more bekan Miss Alexa say bekan na Gucci can wasem. So I think it's any different from other platform.
Yeah,
so if I can ask a question there, the
the only thing is
look at the topic.
The only thing is
topic nana make
Mama be the only thing is Alex. And for the onu to krana onu to chire no me masam nyina no no sisi ano isi okay yesu ba nka no kro oyesi Alex yeah
Alex buy no oh kasa de nyina sa na ye kan o say ye more time through the
adepend kasa bi me no me da say o say mantina yesu ba so say onu so the lawyer say man kasa enye the same thing see
that's why me kasa ye trust
no yeah Matiwa
Ade pampacho mami si form na nessa be why other room mami that's it.
Yeah, Ade pampacho you were not here but
screen so be ama me
Odobroni e buza agbaji ja uko mute umma bie mo mute
obi kasa ye interactio obi kasa ye interactio
I don't know any difference though obi kasa obi nkbe ntini ya just
hey
me pa kasa na
so she abacho mama kasa be to aso de binu aba me ka no
it did o si for bobi ba
there me coming say me there adepa ya da wase o platform we the Wembley Stadium in fact the whole world hanu be abiti and I said obi e jira platform so no kan nsem a the crowd for budget so ye ni ti through the man penifui na ye de o makome di agro na ye guru nkrofo akoma ho a da no kura nyina afi wo ebe pie o hape na manfo twetwe o no sign ene mankasa ena metwe document na wo nim se document mbaye also tutu nkrofo di ene binu ye from na no se ebinu so sori ya obu di phone chere you so do the document na phone so amanfo be tutu shedo adepa Yes, say ye way, a brody, anye manke. Among 4G, Chesotim say, we are seeing a credible source, if it will both and go feeding. And so, my dear, the assembly to 1 1. No cribia, it won't be any damage to you. Now, the pa, and ye be a sabi. So, court. Now, could hear ruling. Two things. I dear back one with the medium grant. Sebi. Yes, Obia, wasa kra, wouldn't she could instead of quasi a share being. Obi, wasa kra, wasa median no. Do ni mo says the could so good baby, Nisi, Janu sisu. Now, Conin soon. I real who ne say, the corner shall see a share. And so to me, then I drink on side. A bang. Adepa, in any case, as same way by. You will need pay on also in a court one more. Also, be or casamity or say 12 days in ye. Because of so ye and near maybe a mekay subasemi. 12 days ni because so ye name may be commerce near that incident. Or court to her. Or no Gina Hobi.
Also, your personal attack, Nibia.
Now then, any source na make casa. When you me, I don't do personal attack. I'm talking from a source. And some of the one I'm making. I'm not putting words in his mouth. I'm very, very critical in terms of Ubi Kasa and Small. And an answer more council here is House of Records. And some more count and any more sentiment with their cousin. My mentor also. So 12 days he has been going around seeing to it say, or you know, any friends and the reports being that in a face court to that seven sons war. I see emphasizes or no crowd any more back. If offense social media will be any no. Name some be that me quote your name crab but to be any or no, how can he say things that any no crabby as Sebio or bit my two to go on require they be over court. That's similar touching my common who say yes. Yes, say the awkward thing, the bad thing. Do Gina Hopania Tentrudu. That is all no one can say the whole zoom of first hand as your friend say experience or no panic information authentic. In any case, between Ales, and Yesuba, why the information by Sabubi Kibia that will.
Oh, who's that?
In any case, between Yesuba and Sales, why part the business platform to jubilate he say, Yabo or Dobroni Kibia that will. The records are there for everybody to see.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, Penny. So, Adepa, me patch out your penny, Mrewa, so any moon to me on phone issues to me, because we are not going. Why am Panicho? What Upa fishes to me, because we are not going. Also, never bad, no ways. A man's one of for. And Adepa, in any case, why not the same way? Ever two Gamma Sebi, and Mrewa wa pursuing the age of BP draw eno. For the first time, 7 Timmy Gamma one in Quacray, a JBP Bruno. O Kunkrofoma. Or dear ye speak a biashan motum, ne life or so. Oh, free. Munyan to Kono, Nenijabo, ya Bobia, ya Bonaway, ya Bonigalaway. Hey, a penny or cast mangrove would Emro will crum in Iria in Nigeria. Say, Ya Papa Yesuba, and Abekasa. Nidin soon and Hose, Yesuba dear. Obio Yesuba dear. Nothing you can be a preaching. It's not just a nay. Yes, she say, if we see none and sa, our can say media. On breaking news, I think it's a Tuesday. Wednesday holiday and obey establishing year pa a year on life was almost 2K a any day lion a tiger any day chimpanzee nay or one name okay training I'm to be man I'm to send him a ring in every man Emma said the near your friends ARGH did your car or super salt poor we as if I just happened in any nefa was what going to G